Hello everyone, welcome back to another tomato sauce stream. Today we're going to be trying out some of the other stuff we got from the box. So everyone knows we got one skill with the latest box, the Red Eyes skill. Red Eyes is, I think it's better than a lot of people thought it was going to be. Still not great, if we're being completely honest. It's not realistically going to be like a tier 1 or a tier 2 strategy, but it's pretty fun. I think it's pretty fun. What we're going to be doing today is taking a look at some of the other cards we got in there. Now, in the next couple of days, I believe on Monday, we should be getting the start of the anniversary event, which we should get the new level 8 skill, we'll get Dimension Linker. That's going to give us a lot more interesting options. For now, all we have is the rest of the box that we did get, the new deck build box. There's not a lot in there, right? We got Legend Magician, which is a pretty cool card in its own right. And we got Poglay Spears, which is the other big card of the box. Now, Poglay Spears was really good in OCG because you could combine it with multi-attack. So we're just going to be trying like a pile deck with that, and we're going to see how things go. On top of that, I did want to just cover a couple of other little talking points. Again, we did have our return of the VRAINS Watchalong yesterday, which was a lot of fun. And we did that on Twitch for the first time, which we had a lot of fun with. I actually think the Revolver versus Playmaker duel, like, I don't know, the speed duel at the start was kind of eh. And then I didn't like the start of the Master duel, because it was basically just like Mirror Force Turbo. And I was like, eh. Yeah, I don't think that's very interesting. I don't think that's very revolvery, right? But it did pick up as we went through, right? Revolver did his ridiculous combo where he got to Extra Link. He made all of those rank 4 boss monsters, which was really, really cool. I think if they didn't do that, if there wasn't like a really interesting kind of, like, I don't even want to call it a climax, a really interesting mechanical setup board, I don't know if that duel would have ended up being very memorable. Because the memorable thing about that game really was, I'm doing an Extra Link, and then I'm doing the O-Link, and I'm going to use the trap card that makes it so no one could do anything for 2 turns, and then obviously the ridiculous sack turn at the end from Playmaker, right? So, I don't know. I don't know if I could say that duel was better than the Go duel. I think Go versus Revolver is still my favorite duel so far of VRAINS, followed by probably Playmaker versus, I don't know, Playmaker versus Revolver round 1. I actually think was probably better, if I'm being honest. If I'm being completely honest, I think I preferred the round 1, their first Master Duel. That would probably be my second favorite. My third favorite is probably Spectre versus Playmaker. I'm going through it in my head. I'm like replaying the duel, and I'm like, do I believe what I'm saying right now? I think I do. I think the Go Revolver duel was my favorite. Then Playmaker versus Revolver 1. Then Spectre versus Playmaker. I think that's my big 3 at the moment. I don't even think the season finale duel topped any of those 3 for me. I think it comes in just after. Like, that comes in as my 4th one. But again, a big part of that might also be, like, a bit of fatigue. Like, I don't really like watching Playmaker duel. I don't think Playmaker is a particularly interesting character. I don't think Playmaker's deck is particularly interesting. And because of that, I think that lets it down a little bit. I think Go is a much more interesting character. Go's deck is a lot more interesting. Revolver is a much more interesting character. Revolver's deck is a lot more interesting, right? So because of that, I'm like, I like them, right? They're the characters I like. I want to see them duel, right? I have more invested. And it's the same reason I don't like Blue Angel. Blue Angel's, like, fine. Like, aesthetically, she looks fine. Her deck is fine, right? It's Trickstar. I'm not really a big fan of Trickstar, but her deck is fine. I don't have any big issue with Trickstar. It's just her character is so bland so far. I really hope that they improve going into the next season. Because, oh, I don't know, man. Blue Angel was just, she's so boring. She's so boring. But enough of my little ramble about that. We can probably discuss that in a bit more detail as we go through. But for now, let's say hello to everyone. We have Badge in the chat. Hello, hello, Badge. Welcome, welcome. We have Victor in the chat as well. Yeah, we didn't change the stream title until after we'd started the stream. That's probably why you got that on there. Stream notes doesn't update automatically. Listen, Playmaker versus Revolver are goated duels. I really liked the duel. I just don't think, like if you take away the Extra Link part of that duel, other than that one, like, wow moment, it's not very good, I think. I don't know. Like, it's not that it's not very good. It's not as impressive as some of the other duels, I think is what I would actually say, right? Therefore, we should watch it again. I gotta go, 'cause I've got shit to do. Well, thanks for stopping by, Victor. Where Dimension Linker? Coming soon, coming soon. That card drops on the anniversary. Give level 8 pile re. Well, the other issue is we won't get to have it full power until the 21st, because that's when we get the 3rd copy. So it's going to be a bit of a weird environment until then, because we'll have... we still don't know where we're getting the skill, like where it's coming. Like, is it going to be randomly just given out? Is there going to be a mission to unlock it? Obviously, it's not part of the bingo missions. We know that. So we don't know what's going on with that. Imagine we just don't get that skill. Imagine that level 8 skill is just like an NPC skill. We just never get it. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Hi, Tomato. I couldn't sleep. So, Speed Duel Revolver Playmaker is topping. The Master Duel is the second duel, Tomato. Yeah, but again, I'm only talking about the Master Duels. Realistically, none of the Speed Duels are getting any kind of endorsement from me. All of the Speed Duels suck. All of them. 100% of the Speed Duels are worse than 100% of the Master Duels. If I am being objective about this, every Master Duel is in a separate tier compared to every Speed Duel. And that's like a 2-tier difference. Unfortunately, the Speed Duels just aren't very engaging. The skills don't add much. Like, even the main character's skill is kind of a nothing skill, because it just puts an extra card in the extra deck, which if you were playing like in a competitive setting, you would just have that card anyway, so it doesn't mean anything, right? I don't know. I think the Speed Duels just aren't very good, just straight up. And I felt a very similar thing in 5Ds. I don't think the Turbo Duels in 5Ds are as good as the Standing Duels. Now, there are some Turbo Duels that really do stand out and are really, really good. Like, for example, I've always been a really big fan of Team Ragnarok. I think those duels, or that like one continuous relay duel, was really, really good. And obviously, because of the way the show is, a lot of the important duels from 5Ds are Turbo Duels. And because of that, I think they get to like really shine. But I would still think I would prefer those duels if we just got rid of the speed spells, right? I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. But hello, Vital. Welcome, welcome. They did speed Master Duel every other. Yeah, I don't like the speed duels like at all. Hello, a nerd named BT. Welcome, welcome. Go's deck has personality related to his. Playmaker's deck is just baggage from his past. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it feels like Playmaker's deck is just Cyberse slop, right? It's just a bunch of Cyberse cards that don't really have anything to do with each other, but they just have the effect to just keep extending. So they just like, it's like play card, extend, 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 link, 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 link. And then when he's finished linking all of his guys together, it's like fundamentally he just has like, oh, my guys get more attack. It's like, oh, this one makes it and whatever it's linked to gain attack. This one gains attack based on if it's pointing to other monsters. This one just gains extra attack. And I'm like, this is so boring. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, it feels like Season 1 Playmaker, almost all of the cool shit that he does during his duels is because of his spells and traps. And his monsters are just so boring. I don't know, man. I've not slept again. I've been on the YouTube hole. Ooh, you never want to be in the YouTube hole. Are you like doom scrolling through shorts or something? Because that's always a rough hole to get out of. I'm saying right now, just wait till the next Spectre duel. I'm interested to see what happens. Because I really like Spectre. I think Spectre is an interesting character. And I like his deck. So like, those two things together make me excited to see that character. 12th in your time zone. The skill should be campaign given. We haven't had it announced anywhere, right? That's the thing. I almost spoiled an episode for you, but I won't. I'll say there's a reason why Playmaker just has a pile of Cyberse cards. I mean, that's not too surprising. We've been getting some of the backstory. Like, we've had I being like, all of the Cyberse cards are basically made by the Ignis. And so that means his entire deck was made by the Ignis, whereas I think Revolver only has Cyberse extra deck monsters. So I don't know what the difference is between their skill, which creates the cards, and the Cyberse being made by Ignis. I don't know if those two things are related. They probably are, but I don't know. I don't know. So we'll see what ends up happening. But so far, I will say, I'm enjoying VRAINS. It is not a perfect show by any stretch. There have been a lot of issues with the show, but overall I'm enjoying it. I do wonder though, it's one of those issues where your first impression of a show can kind of impact the rest of your feeling towards it. So if someone tells you, I like X show is really good, you raise your expectations of what you want that show to be and what you are expecting to get from that show, right? So because I've had so many people tell me that VRAINS is really, really good, I think I'm being more critical of it than I would have been if I'd gone in knowing absolutely nothing and not having anything influencing my opinion of it. So because of that, I think I might be being a bit too harsh on it. And I'm trying to remain objective, right? But it's sometimes difficult to do so, right? It's easier said than done to be like, all right, I am emotionally aware of the fact that I'm maybe being a bit too critical, but it's a whole other thing to actually adjust your barometer, right? Cyberse monsters were made by the Ignis through the skill. Nobody can obtain them normally. Because I don't think we've had it revealed at the point I'm at that they are all made via the skill. Because they were just like, I think the only thing we were told is I is like talking about his like Cyberse world or whatever, like the Ignis land. I can't remember what they called it. And then he was saying how it's the job of the Ignis to make Cyberse cards, but people didn't like me because I kept slacking off. And I think that's the only thing we've been told. So I didn't know that you could only make them via the skill. The difference is that the skills that can only add Link monsters that are Cyberse monsters. Storm Access only gets Cyberse cards from my knowledge. Hello, for some reason, Rarity decided to ban me on Twitch, even though I didn't really do anything. Oh, that's a shame. I mean, I couldn't tell you why. I don't have an inside line there. Cyberse Link monsters. I think it's on the higher end of card game animes, but 5Ds is still the best Yu-Gi-Oh show. Oh, I really like 5Ds. I do really like 5Ds. Again, the thing that drags 5Ds down for me specifically is that it's... I don't hate card games on motorbikes. I think that's fine, right? I don't like the rules of speed duels or turbo duels. I don't like the rules of turbo duels. That is the thing I don't like. I don't like speed spells. I don't like that you have to have a different deck depending on which format you're playing. I don't like speed counters. I don't like the Speed World field spell. I don't like any of that stuff. So every time there's a turbo duel, mentally, I'm already a little bit like, eh? So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a weird one. It's a weird one for me. I really like the characters in 5Ds. I really like a lot of the characters' decks. I think Jack Atlas is fantastic. Yusei is fantastic. I think Crow is fantastic. I think all the characters are really good. I can't think of a 5Ds character that I actively dislike. Which is impressive, because, I mean, VRAINS, I could tell you several characters I dislike. Arc 5, I could tell you several characters I dislike. And I really like those shows as well. But 5Ds, I don't... I'm trying to think if there is a character in 5Ds I straight up dislike. Like, that I'm like, my experience is being lessened because you're on the screen. And I can't think of one. Cyberse World, yeah, it's literally only Cyberse cards. It's called the Cyberse World. It was said that the data storm was created from the data stream from Cyberse World to Storm Access, obtaining the data from the storm, which are only Cyberse. I see. I'm a fan of 5Ds, but I hate they sidelined way too many characters C2 onwards. I can think of a ton of characters in 5Ds. Well, they don't like. Arc 5 is kind of difficult to make everyone lovable, as they kept making more characters. Yeah, I think I like that aspect of it, though. Right? I like... It's like the Rush shows in a lot of ways, where the Rush shows keep introducing characters, and then the issue I think the Rush shows have is they'll introduce like a villain of the week sort of thing, where the character shows up, duels once, but then what they'll tend to do is bring that character back in the future. So a good example of this is like, I think like episode 2 or 3, they have the newspaper duel, right? Where he has the... Oh god, what was the monster even called? The one that reveals cards from the top of your opponent's deck, and then for every monster it gains attack. Newsflash, I think it's called? And then they bring him back, like, way later for another duel. Like, because I think he's intermittently sprinkled throughout the show, but he doesn't have, like, a big role. He just has, like, a line here and there. He just shows up randomly. But then they actually bring him back and give him a duel, and they give him new fusion support. And I really like that sort of character, where they're there, they introduce, like, a new deck, and then we'll bring them back every now and then. I think it's better than just introducing a character, having them duel once, and then they leave the show. I think that's kind of boring. So for me, I always personally prefer, like, an ensemble cast. And I like it when the whole cast gets to do things. I think it's one of the biggest issues I have with GX. was I think GX has some of the best supporting characters that almost never get used. Right? It's like, how many, like, good... God, what was it called? Show? Or what was the English name? Cyrus. How many good Cyrus episodes were there? There was, like, what? The tag duel against the Paradox Brothers. There was him against his brother using the weird, like, burn direct attack strategy with the broken trap card that would, like, negate attacks for, like, 400 life points. And then there was Season 4 when he duels against the Jinzo guy. Right? That's kind of it. So, like, I don't know, man. I really like the supporting cast of GX, but they barely get any screen time. It's just the Jaden show. It's the Jaden and Friends show, which I guess is fine, but it is what it is, right? I like that. All to make a 40 character deck. Toughroid. Good old Toughroid. It was episode 3. I'm pretty sure he was one of the final people to duel Luke. You know what? Arc 5 needed the characters to kill them all off during the last war. I'm trying to think if there were. I mean, because the issue Arc 5 had, for me, the biggest issue Arc 5 had was the Synchro Dimension went on way too long. Like, way too long. Because we meet Crow, we meet Jack, a bunch of other characters that aren't really meaningful. We meet the prison guy who has, like, the, is it, like, a Shogi deck? I can't remember what his name was. I can't remember, is it Flower Cardians? I can't remember what the archetype's called, but that guy, I remember him. I think he was kind of cool. But, overall, I'm like, I really like Arc 5. I didn't mind the extra characters being brought in, right? There were some characters I'm sure kind of like, but for the most part. We are in an ad break, so we will take this time. And there goes the ads. GX Season 1 has a lot of bullshit random characters. Yes. And I think GX does that badly, where you introduce them, they duel once, they lose to show that Jaden is really, really good, and then we never see them again. Like, there was what? The duel giant, which was the kid on top of the big guy's shoulders. There was, which were both rare yellow. There was the guy who, like, draws sandwiches by, like, doing waterfall training and living, like, as a Tarzan type figure. There was the monkey that just, like, in a random part of the island or something, they were just, like, training monkeys to duel. I don't know, man. There's a lot of weird shit in GX that just didn't need to be there. But at the same time, sprinkled in amongst that was the really good stuff, right? Like, anytime two of the main characters duel, that's some of the best GX stuff, right? Jaden versus Zane, like, duel 1 and duel 2, absolutely fantastic. Anytime Chaz duels, I'm always like, this is a really, really hype moment. Like, Chaz versus Jaden, Chaz versus Bastion, Chaz versus Jaden, Chaz versus Jaden. Chaz duels Jaden a lot. Anytime Edo plays, or Asta, like, anytime they play, I'm like, yeah, I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying this. This is great. Unfortunately, you guys follow the same rules that keep it from being elevated. I mean, it's not inherently a bad thing, right? Season 4 was, duel was awesome. I enjoyed it personally. Cyber Summon Blaster. Do we want to send the video of the GX as a Friends show? It's like the Friends stream. I mean, that's not too surprising, right? Need to milk the Jack and Crow screen time. Flower Cardians. There, yeah, Flower Cardians. Earthbound Prisoner Peak. I gotta go again. Tennis Guy. Oh, the Tennis Guy. Don't get me started. The Tennis Guy's deck as well. In a format with 4,000 life points, bro plays 1,500 burn spells. I'm like, how do you not just, I don't know, win, like, every duel? There's a couple of duels like that, right? Because there was that guy in GX who played the Satellite Cannon deck, and he just, like, FTKs, right? It was like, what was it? Cost down, summon out, Satellite Cannon. Then, like, activate 2 cards to boost its attack by 4,000, and then, like, Mischief of the Time Goddess to, like, skip to the next turn, and then just have a battle phase, and you just kill your opponent before they get a turn. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Hello, Ninjetti Ursus. Welcome, welcome. And hello, Keyblade. Morning. What did you think about the Revolver vs. Playmaker duel? I wasn't able to finish watching the duel. I liked it. I thought it was a good duel. I did not think it was the best duel. Like, so we talked about this earlier, but my ranking at the moment for my favorite duels is Revolver vs. Go is my #1 favorite duel. Then the first Master Duel between Playmaker and Revolver is my second favorite. And then Playmaker versus Spectre is my third. And then if I was to go down again, my fourth favorite would be the season finale of, you know, the second Master Duel of Revolver versus Playmaker. And then my fifth would probably be Spectre versus Blue Angel. That would be like my fifth best one. Obviously, he'd outshine Jaden. They couldn't take the risk. Oh, no. Quiz, Panel, Burn, GX Psycho. Oh, God. Yeah, I actually forgot about the Quiz guy. I mean, there's so many characters in GX that are just like one notes, right? I mean, it has its charm. The only thing I would... Because I wouldn't even necessarily get rid of those characters or get rid of those episodes. I would just tie them into the plot a bit better and let some of the other characters duel them. Like, if we had Bastion dueling some of these people, I think it'd be fine, because it's just a bit of extra time we get to spend with Bastion. If we had Cyrus dueling some of these people, that would be good. We get to spend more time with Cyrus, we get to see more of what his deck can do. If Zane just shows up and, like, stomps on some people, I think that would be for an exciting episode as well, personally. But it is what it is, I suppose. It is what it is. Alright, let's hop over. And we'll start covering some of this stuff. I mean, in terms of, like... just to like finish up, I suppose, on the whole VRAINS talk. I like the show so far. I don't know where the show is going to go from here, because it feels like we've wrapped everything up nicely. So now there's going to have to be a new driving force for the plot. Because up till now, it's felt like Playmaker has been in charge of steering the plot. And now, Playmaker now has everything that he wants, seemingly. Like, he has all the information he wants. He now knows why he was taken. He found out about the incident. He's worked out who the guy that saved him was. He's managed to put a stop to the VRAINS getting destroyed. He's done everything that he wanted to do. Like, he doesn't really care about the Ignis. That's not really his deal. Like, that was more of Revolver's deal. So, I'm curious to see where the story's going to go now. But I don't really know where it is going to go. If I was to judge VRAINS entirely off this first season, I would say that VRAINS, for me, I think I like it less than Arc 5, 5Ds, GX, DM. I got to put the Rush shows above it as well, I think. Again, we've only done like a third of the show. Like, less than half of the show has been watched, so it's not really fair to judge it. Right now, I think it's not going to be one of my favorites. But we'll see, we'll see. But, going into the news, we did just get a speed tier list update, which is cool. I mean, and we're not going to read all of this, because there's so much. There's so much to read here. But we will kind of go over the notes, right? So this is the last tier list for this iteration of the Top Player Council. The first tier list for the new Top Player Council will be on January 13th. Additionally, tier lists will be moving to Tuesdays. This decision was made in order to allow for more time for comments, producing a more substantive updates overall. Okay. So we got branded up to tier 1. Christ, so much text. Can we get, like... Let's get the World Champion's opinion. Even though everyone's eyes are on branded at the moment, Shino Bird is one of the decks that can definitely keep up with it. The ability to draw 5 cards on the first turn makes them able to dig for a lot of tech cards, so if branded is popular, they can simply play counter cards against it and have a very high chance of seeing them. Okay, we respect that, The network terrorist arc. I mean, again, I don't know anything about it, right? We got a message from Dwan here on Blue Eyes getting moved down. Blue Eyes was already facing some issues before the latest box, mainly due to Shino Bird being slightly favourable matchup, and B-Trooper, since Blue Eyes struggled to out an unaffected B-Trooper, Ultra B-Trooper Absolute Hercules. So far, it looks like Branded Despia will be another tough matchup. The typical turn on Blue Eyes end board isn't enough to stop Despia, and going second is also difficult. Branded opening in the graveyard protects their fusion monsters from being destroyed by Majesty of the White Dragon. Mirror Jade of the Iceblade Dragon is hard to deal with before committing to Kyberman Legend, which can then be negated by Tri-Brigade Mercuria. On top of that, since Mirror Jade doesn't target, it can deal with Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon, or its effect, if its effect has already been used, Despia can summon Despian Comedy afterward to avoid taking too much damage, making it hard for Blue Eyes to find lethal. I mean, I like Blue Eyes being a popular deck, personally. I think, in general, Blue Eyes being in the meta has been good for Duel Links overall. So, it's still in the meta, right? It's on a downward trend. I like to think that Blue Eyes won't just fall off anytime soon, but we'll have to wait and see, right? And then we're seeing Drytron and Trap Tricks get bumped up to tier 3. So I think what's more interesting isn't necessarily these two being here. It's going to be more about what's come off the list or what didn't make it from High Potential. Let's see what Sniffers is saying again. Predaplant also gains support from the new box, since it can search Branded Fusion with Darling Tonia Cobra. However, it is difficult to see the advantage of this deck over Branded Despia, since the only clear advantage is the ability to immediately out-one monster with Hydra and Starving Venom Invasion, and I find it questionable whether that alone is enough to keep the deck tiered. I think that's fair as well. Like, a lot of people were saying that Predaplant was going to be the way to play this deck, and that just doesn't seem to be the case, right? I feel like Blue Eyes and Duel Links will get a lot better once they drop the cards that were added in a recent structure deck. I see, I see. I mean, we'll see, right? Because we did get a structure deck. But that was the structure deck that had True Light in it, right? So we've already got some of the cards from that structure deck, unless we're talking about a different structure deck. So Dark Magician off the tier list, Exosister off the tier list, Tri-Brigade off the tier list, Zodiac off the tier list. So this is, I think, the more interesting stuff. I think a lot of people finally thought Dark Magician was going to be a tiered deck, and it looks like it's not. Exosister is a bit of a weird one. It's kind of always been a little bit like, is it, isn't it, is it, isn't it? And I feel it's always been on the cusp of like Rogue, bottom of tier 3, Rogue, bottom of tier 3. Yeah, I think this is fine. Tri-Brigade is a little bit sad, especially because like I think a lot of people were hoping Tri-Zoo would be a deck, because I think a lot of people have a lot of fond memories of that from back in TCG and back in Master Duel, but it is what it is. They specifically made these skills in a way to try and not play very nice with each other, right? Yeah, I'm talking about the recent one that was made, TCG, which involved a level 12 Synchro and whatnot. I see, I see. I mean, let's see if there's anything interesting going on down here. Return of Despot is insane. I hope Sheena Bird can counter it. As a returning player, is there a reason Masquerade Bird is 600 instead of 300 as typical for effect damage? Well, we already know that. I don't think there's anything like particularly big down here. So we will go ahead and talk about the next thing. So we have maintenance tomorrow. Now, the maintenance tomorrow is actually quite big for Rush players, because this is finally going to put the ban list into effect. We've been playing in tournaments with the ban list already in effect for a while, but we are finally going to get this update, which is actually huge, right? Taking Cosmic Cyclone, or Cosmic Cyclone, Ghost Cyclone away from spellcasters is huge, like actually huge. Taking Pot of Greed away from Music Princess, I mean, it does something, I guess. I don't think it's going to have a huge impact overall, but, you know, we've already been seeing what it's been like in tournaments. It's been fine, so don't think it's going to have a huge impact, but it's nice that it's happening. And then some of the other changes. We're getting, like, Phoenix Dragon up to 3, which is interesting. And we're also getting, in fact, if we go find it, can we go and take a look at this ban list real quick? What was it? Limit/restriction changes. December 18th. Here we go. So obviously these are all happening as well. Obviously we don't play a ton of speed, but like the FTK's going away. All the different ways to FTK are going away, which is cool. I mean, this Dragoni Whirlwind could be interesting, but... So this is huge. This... Join Tech is played so rarely on ladder that I don't think it matters. Because realistically, in a tournament setting, these changes are already live, right? So the only thing we really care about is this affecting ladder. Shield Boring Kong is going to have next to no effect on ladder, so I don't think it matters, right? Straight Pierce to 1. Again, this is just going to take Pot of Greed away. Darkhold Device to 2. Is this going to change much? I would say Dark Galaxy has played an okay amount on the ladder. Not like a ton, but like an okay amount. The issue is, primarily what you see is the Tier Thing Turbo deck, and not the Fusion deck. But that does mean that a lot of people probably have access to the Dark Galaxy cards. So maybe this will see a bit of an uptick. I don't know if this is going to matter too much. Basically, Red Boot is getting access to Pot of Greed, which is nice. The deck is played already, so I don't think this is going to have a huge change on the meta. I think this deck is still going to see some play, so it's whatever. Phoenix Dragon to 3 is nice. Well, you know, Unlimited is nice. I don't think Cyber Dragon is going to have any impact at all. No impact, no impact, no impact. Does this change anything, like, at all, really? I mean, the card that you would put next to this would be Ghost Cyclone. And that's going down to 1. So, I don't think this matters. Klein is nice. Again, I don't think this is going to have a huge impact. And then Void Corridor is also whatever, right? Also whatever. Pot is a lot of power. The thing to remember is, Pot is an unsearchable one-of. So, sometimes you'll get it, and it will change things. And sometimes you won't, and it will do nothing. And sometimes you activate Pot of Greed, and it gives you 2 cards you didn't need. So it just didn't do anything. So I don't think Pot of Greed is... I think it's obviously a good card. There's no reason to say it's like a bad card. Like, the card is obviously ridiculously good. I don't think just getting that is going to suddenly make the deck insanely strong. In the same way that we've just taken Pot of Greed away from Music Princess, and guess what? It's still the best deck, right? It's like, giving a deck Pot or taking Pot away doesn't inherently just mean that deck is going to see a massive bump in power. Like, it's good. Not going to pretend it's not. But overall, I don't think it's going to have a huge impact. But having that in place is going to be huge. I think the biggest change really for ladder players, though, is going to be this. Ghost Cyclone to 1. Obviously, I think Spellcasters is probably the most played deck on ladder, followed by Heroes. At least from my experience, right? So hitting this down to 1 copy, which basically means you're either taking out Pot of Greed, or you're taking... Yeah, at the very least, you're losing 2 copies of Ghost Cyclone. You're probably going to play Pot of Greed over this. So, like, just taking this away from Spellcasters is really big. And hopefully will diminish the win rate of the deck somewhat, which I'm quite looking forward to. But hello, J-Strong. Welcome, welcome. Watch them take Void Corridor off the list to reveal the upcoming Void Veil support be spontaneously imported into Duel Links. I mean, they absolutely could do that if they wanted to. I would love that. At least some of it. I don't think we need all of it, but you could give us a couple of cards ahead of time. I think that would be fine. That would be nice. The amount of times I see illegal lists on ladder hurts. Well, it's because they're not illegal on ladder, right? That's what it comes down to. Like, we're probably going to lose some games today because we're going to get Ghost Cycloned, like, turn 1 by Spellcasters. And it's going to suck, but it is what it is, right? The rest of this I don't think matters for ladder play specifically, right? The big thing is also, though, going to be this. I don't know how Cyber Dragon is going to feel with this. I feel like this is a nice change. I don't think this is going to do a ton. I do think the Gearstar F charge skill, this being able to get loads and loads of tribute fodder, has a lot of potential, but I'm not sure how well it's actually going to perform. But, I mean, think about it like this. This deck just got Phoenix Dragon unhit, so now they have that, as well as this buff, which is really nice. The only thing is they're not going to make use of any of the other changes, right? Like, the deck isn't going to play Secret Order. It's not going to play any of these other, like, newly unlimited cards except for Phoenix Dragon. And that's what opened up the Limit 2 slot. And we're not going to play any Limit 2s anyway. So it's like, it's a bit of a weird one. But, again, these changes are all going live tomorrow, which is pretty cool. It's unfortunate that we're going to be playing on ladder today with these changes before they come in. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But obviously, come Monday, we're going to get all of this stuff. Which, I mean, I am looking forward to this. I think what you really want is we want the Dimension Linkers. That's, as Rush players, that's what we want, right? We want the Dimension Linkers. We want the new skill. We can then play these cards. But that's going to have to be on Tuesday for us, because I can't stream on Monday. I'm busy on Monday, unfortunately. And there's nothing else really to talk about with this event, right? I mean, obviously, some of the stuff's quite nice, like Dragoon. Do we think Dragoon's going to have a huge impact? Like, does anyone in chat, do you guys think Dragoon is going to have a big impact on the speed tournament scene? Now, I think this card's probably going to see a bunch of play on ladder. But, like, is this going to have any impact on the tournament scene overall? Because I don't know. Maybe. I think some people will give it a go. I don't know if it's going to be, like, a mandatory inclusion. Dragoon would mainly be played in DM, Red Eyes, and Branded. I mean, one of those decks is really good right now. Another one of those decks is sort of a rogue deck, and I don't even know where Red Eye sits. Like, a Dragoon Pass with Necro Valley, very much low to mid rank, yes. Hello, Shui, welcome on in. We're doing exclamation mark Shui in the chat. Always got to give a shout out to the boys. Welcome on in. We were watching Shui earlier play some Zodiac. That's the deck. My brain absolutely brain fogged there. Did you end up getting any meaningful changes out of it? I saw that you were changing the list at one point, looking at the coach cards. Honestly, not ready to deal with Dragoon, DM, Dragon Master, and Eternal Soul. I think, the thing is, I think a lot of decks will be able to Dragoon plus other stuff pass, right? I don't think Dragoon pass on its own is necessarily going to be super good, but I think there is a world in which people can make Dragoon, like we say, if you play it in Branded, right? Again, I don't think that deck needs it, because the deck already has a strong end board. Like, is just throwing Dragoon into the mix really making the end board any more powerful? I don't think so, personally. I think it will be weaker decks that don't end on a highly competitive end board that can make use of Dragoon is where it's going to shine, personally. Hey, Serena, welcome on in. I gotta go for now, gotta sort something out. Thanks for dropping by. Zodiac tier 0 from what I've seen. I believe it. If Shri says it, it's gotta be true. It's gotta be true. Zoo is so ass. I mean, we're getting two very differing opinions from the same stream, so... give us Predaplant Anaconda, you cowards. No, I don't think that's what we want. Any two normals, well, not two, any two bodies going into Dragoon, I don't think that's great for us. But then again, some skills basically do that anyway, right? The fuck did I miss? I mean, Shui was doing alright. He was doing alright with the zoos. He was winning a lot of games. But, you know, winning games on ladder isn't necessarily indicative of how things are actually shaping up, right? I mean, I guess we'll talk about the Rush meta again, briefly. Music Princess, still best deck. E-Hero, second best deck. I mean, I think you could maybe argue these two are, like, similar in power level. It's just E-Hero hasn't been performing as well in the whopping 3 tournaments we've had so far. Aqua has fallen down a little bit, but again, I think people are just kind of dropping Aqua to play some of the other new stuff, so I'm not too surprised by that. Joint Tech being low is expected. I think a lot of people are going to drop this deck, at least for, like, the first week or two of the nerfs coming in, just because they don't like playing a nerf deck. Red Boot's doing well. Or, yeah, I've been meaning to change this to High Tech. We've just left it as Red Boot because I'm lazy. But High Tech Dragons, I think, it has been performing better than people thought it was going to. And I think that is pretty cool. No, but seriously, Zoo is beyond ass. I didn't get tilted, but my god, it's horrible. You missed me lose to Book of Moon. Oh, no. Well, that's rough. We did have one Red Eyes make it, but again, there are so many caveats to this Red Eyes making top 4 that I don't think we even really count it. Miss Mutton and Gradius also got some tops, which is nice. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, at the very least, this pie chart doesn't look that bad. Obviously, again, very little data, so this is going to drastically change over the next couple of weeks. But so far, I'm okay with this. Let's see. Question now, is it worse than Drytrons? Well, Drytrons is a tiered deck now. Baz, come on. We scroll back up. Bam, there it is. Drytron, tier 3. And if we look at Zoo, bam, off the tier list. One of those top 4s should have been me if I wasn't so broke. Oh, feels bad. Feels bad, man. But yeah, theoretically, we should have a Quantum Rush today. We'll see if we actually do or not. We'll see if we do or not. Next up, I did want to check this out. This is a new Master Duel pack is coming out, and they just put out a trailer, and I was like, I want to watch the trailer. So we're going to watch this now. It's only 50 seconds long. It's probably going to have copyrighted music, but it is what it is. I think the Yummy cards look cool. I haven't played with them at all, but I did want to check this out. I always love, like, the cutesy decks. I don't know why. It's just the cutesy decks always get me. I mean, this is very cute. It is very cute. Is this Quaz? Yeah, this is Quaz. Available January 8th. That's today, guys. That's today. The new Yummy pack and the Yummy selection. Oh my god. Did we need the sucking sounds? Did we need that, Konami? Was that really necessary? What the heck is this? New upcoming Yu-Gi-Oh game looks amazing. We're not going to watch that. We're not watching that today. But this has piqued my interest now. This has piqued my interest. There's nothing new on the OCG front. I guess we'll just cover the last two things I want to talk about quick. Which is Kingdoms Rush 3 is an OCG tournament that I'm going to be taking part in. This is, I mean, a nerd named BT who's in the chat is also in here. We've got United, which people should know from the Discord. We've got Tsukimura, also known as Desmume. We got Draco Kid. We're probably going to get some more people from the community. I want more people to sign up for this because I would like just to play with more people, right? I think OCG tournaments haven't been going on for a while because Mono's been kind of busy, so he hasn't been able to run them for himself. And I missed the chance to sign up for Ragnarok, so we're going to be playing in this. And this is one of those tournaments where you have 2 days to find an appropriate time to play with your opponent, which is always quite nice because, for me specifically, because of the way that my job works, there are some times where I have to like leave mid-tournament, and sometimes I'm gone for 10 minutes, and that's fine. And sometimes I'm gone for like an hour. And if you leave for an hour in the middle of a tournament, you've lost a round and you're probably not topping, right? So doing it like this is quite beneficial to very specifically me. Listen, if Mono gives me his stream key, I'll host it. I mean, more peeps are in there, just waiting on deck submissions. Well, that's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. So I'm looking forward to playing this. Again, I haven't played in a proper, like, tournament like this since they were being held on the Witch's Kitchen ages and ages and ages ago. Because I think they've done, like, 2 that I didn't play in. And I think I played in the majority of the ones before that. But I'm really looking forward to playing in this. And I think a big part of that is we've just got kind of a small product drop in Duel Links, so Duel Links isn't as interesting right now, whereas we've just got a really cool product drop in OCG, which is very fun. I've been trying out some of the new decks. I've been trying out the Spark Hearts. I've played a bit of the Moth deck, the Great Moth deck. I haven't played much of the Gygar stuff. I'm not sure. I don't think I like that deck. I don't think Moth is going to be good. I want it to be good. I just don't see it personally. That makes me a bit sad because I do want Moth to be good. I really do like insects. So that being good would make me happy. I don't think it's going to happen though. And then the last thing is free run. So I've gotten back into Shadowverse Worlds Beyond a little bit. I am on the fence if I'm going to keep playing it. I hopped back in to play the free run PvE event. I've played that. I finished it off. I thought it was okay. I like the free run show, so I was like, okay, we'll jump back in, try this out. We'll try out the new decks. I don't necessarily hate the new decks that have come out. I've had a decent amount of ranked games, and I thought that they were fine. I don't think anything stood out as being particularly fun, but there were a couple of things that stood out as being very RNG. So I'm going to give it another couple days, I think, and decide if I want to actually get back in on the Shadowverse train. Because, I don't know, the thing that turned me off of Shadowverse in the first place was when the second box came out, I didn't like the meta. And every deck I didn't like from the first box got better, and every deck I did like from the first box got worse. So I was like, okay, the decks that I would play, and I really enjoy, they got nerfed, effectively, because they didn't really get any new cards that were worth a damn. And all the decks I didn't like, so specifically it was Spell Boost Rune and like Roach Forest, those decks got better and also were still relevant in the meta. They were still tier 1. So I was like, great. Then there was also the Ward Haven stuff. I was like, okay, Ward Haven, I'm okay with this being kind of a mid deck, kind of a whatever deck. It's whatever. But it should beat aggro decks, right? The one thing that Ward Haven should do is beat aggro decks, because they swarm the board with guys, they try and kill you as soon as possible. And then as the Ward Haven player, you've just got a shit ton of ward. So you go, okay, you're going to have to run your weak bodies into my guys, they'll kill themselves, we're going to keep trading, and because I'm playing mid-range, I'll slowly out-resource you. But it doesn't, it just loses to aggro decks. So I was like, what's the point then? What's the point of this deck? It literally turned into the this beats Roach and nothing else deck. And I was like, fine, whatever. Spark, Moths, and Souls. Yeah, that's it. I like this style of tournament where it takes place over the course of a week or whatever, but people have time to play their games separately. One of the Digimon servers does several events like this simultaneously over the course of a week. That's pretty cool. I do quite like... I would get confused, I think, if I was playing in a bunch of different events all at the same time. I'd be like, oh, which tournament am I playing in? Which match have I scheduled for when? The collabs sucked so much, can't even get 1 mil people. Yeah, I think the game is kind of hemorrhaging players. But I don't even think a big part of that is this. I think the collab event itself was fine. Like, the PvE side of the event, I was like, this is fine. It could have been a little bit better. The one issue I had was, when you play Freerun versus Aura, it's basically, what you do doesn't matter. It's basically just survive for 10 turns and you win. And I was like, eh? Because there was also a similar thing. Oh, that wasn't that one. No, that was kind of that one. There was another thing in the latest Shadowverse, like, story chapter, where you play as the dragon guy. And again, what you do doesn't matter. It's just get to turn 10 and you win the game. Because it automatically puts a card in your hand that just kills your opponent. And it's like, eh? Biggest part of the new set, the clip farming sword can simply win 3 50/50s to OTK. Yeah, it's a 7/7, I think. And then, at the end of your turn, 3 times, deal 7 damage to a random enemy. So you just, like, smack them in the face for 21. Which is, like, ludicrous. And then, obviously, you know, I don't know how you get the extra 9. Because it's a 7. You could, like, super evolve it, but I don't think it gets rush. Unless there's another way to give it rush. Every time I watch my opponent use that one 18 cost card, I forgot the name of it. Oh, what is the card called? I can't remember now. I know what you're talking about. It's the spell boost rune card that you put your hand into the deck, draw a brand new hand, like make everything cost 0 or whatever. It made me crash much, much harder. Yeah, I didn't like it. Yeah, Dimension Shift, that's the one. Yeah, you know, D-Shifter. We're getting dimensional. It's just this card. We're getting this card. Don't worry about it. I started playing the Shadowverse just because I wanted to play it as Freerun, but after seeing how much investment you have to do to actually get Freerun as a leader and or get lucky with the exchange tickets, honestly, just put me off. I mean, it's a gacha game, right? They're always going to do that, right? Random enemy or ally. Yeah, it's wild. It's actually wild. But yeah, so I want to play this game. I like the collab event. I think that's pretty cool. One of the big issues I have as well is the decks that got leaders are my least favorite deck in the game. The deck that only does Roach OTK and does nothing else because anything else is realistically like a rogue strategy. Dragon is fine. I don't know. Dragon set 1 was a meme. It was kind of just like the like Dragon Rush strategy where you just like get a bunch of guys down that can like rush down your opponent really quickly. Then it became like the water deck where you had like the whales and dolphins or whatever side strategy, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then it became like the Fenny, like halve everything in your deck cost kind of deck, which just meant it automatically wins the late game if you go to late. So it's a bit of a weird one for me. Now, Abyss, I do quite like Abyss. I don't know what Abyss does anymore. Abyss is all over the place. I don't think Abyss knows what Abyss is doing. It feels like it's doing 100 different things that have very little crossover with each other. So I don't know what I feel about that. But because like my main decks are Portal and Haven. Now, Portal is one of the best decks in the game right now, specifically Puppet. So that's good. If I want to play Puppet, that's fantastic, right? I do have a deck I can play. Haven is fine. It's in an okay spot, but Haven got a bit weird when it became Crest Haven, because the deck became like play stuff but don't like attack. I don't know, it got very strange, which like is a cool concept, right? That's a cool idea. But now even like the newer versions of the deck, it feels like are just still playing into that. Even though we've kind of moved away from the Crest side of thing, there's still enough Crest stuff that you kind of use it as like a supporting engine. Making Stark Dragon for color palette instead of realizing he's a warrior who could just pilot Sword. The thing is, I feel like Sword has so many leaders at the moment. Like, I can't back this up with evidence, right? Because I don't know how many leaders each of the different like classes have. In my mind, I feel like Sword has so many. And some of them are really good as well. Like, I think everyone likes Albert. There was the Knight clad in armor. I think that one looks really cool as well. Abyss right now is stalling and doing Final Countdown. That's not ideal, if we're being honest. Abyss suffering from split class mix. Yeah, because it was originally, what was it? Bloodcraft and Shadowcraft? But again, I think that also had like a weird, like, identity crisis. It feels like they were just like, oh, we want like a shadowy demon class, but we don't really know what we're doing with it, so we're just going to kind of have it as is. But yeah, I like some of what this game is doing. I don't like what some of it's doing. Overall, I think I would say I am leaning more towards being negative on this game right now. But I am willing to give it a couple more goes and see where it fits and where it kind of falls. That's kind of where I'm at the moment. But with that done, I think it's time to actually play. So we're going to check out the deck. We'll show off the deck that we're playing today. So this is a deck we took to a tournament. Now, normally we'd be playing 3 Phoenix Dragon. But I will preface this by saying, this is not a good deck. This is not a good deck. If you're looking for a good deck, look elsewhere. We are going to play this. We are going to enjoy it. We are probably going to lose a lot. That is fine. But this is a weird deck. Abyss has a boss monster that gives the opponent 7 turns, or else they just insta-lose. I don't mind that. The issue comes down to how well can they stall. That's what it comes down to. Enough healing for anyone that isn't Haven. Identity theft is bad. What am I watching right now? Hello, Lost Memory. Welcome. So this is basically the best deck I came up with to play Polglace. So the skill is double Elemental Extraction, which sends 2 random Earth, Water, Fire, Wind attribute normal monsters from your deck to the graveyard. So the strat is, we use the skill, we get Luster Dragon and Gaia the Fierce Knight into the graveyard. When Gaia is in the graveyard, it now turns on Secret Order and it turns on Monster Calling. When Luster Dragon is in the graveyard, it turns on Legendary Magician to just get back a body constantly. The strategy is generally going to be, spam out Gaia as much as we can, get out Dual Coratlus, give Piercing to either the Gaia or the Dual. So we get multi-attack Pierce, this goes up to 31, double attack Pierce. This obviously can go up to 4,000 Pierce if we have Secret Order. And if our opponent has a board full of attack position monsters, we can go into Shock Dragon, which we can recover using Phoenix Dragon or occasionally Monster Reincarnation, but it is a bit awkward. This deck has a lot of high-level monsters, but obviously, assuming we don't open a Gaia or a Luster Dragon, we can just send Gaia to the graveyard immediately, so that doesn't matter. And we have lots of ways to plus, so theoretically, we can get a lot of cards up our hand. The other thing we also have is Monster Calling, so if we do open just a bunch of bosses, we can send them to the graveyard with Monster Calling. So that is the kind of the way to try and insulate it. But this is the best I came up with for how to use Polglace at the moment without having the new skill, right? Surely this deck is better than Zodiac. I don't know about that. Pure Glass without Dragius feels weird. It comes down to Dragius, realistically, is an extra tribute for, what, 400 attack? And it's like, what's more worth to you? An extra body to the graveyard or 400 attack? Obviously, that 400 gets doubled to 800. So, like, that can make a difference. But, like, fundamentally, I think Duel is probably better. Better than Zodiac. Apparently, there's a stream for the 9th anniversary stream for Speed and Rush. Wait, is this that one pile deck you wanted me to name? And I was going to name it the other, but you probably say to me is the Coward's answer. I mean, I didn't say anything. I think it was whoever was running the tournament. So that would have been... Was it Mono would have said that? Because I just named it Good Luck Roman. I didn't say anything else beyond that. I had no other take. But this is what we're going to play today. We're going to see if we can get some wins. We'll see what happens. And we are also going to put the desk back into the seated position. Down it goes. Truly amazing. What breakneck speeds. The math also stands on the fact that Dragius can attack directly. I mean, yeah, but the thing to remember is, if we're giving piercing to our other guy, I don't think it matters, right? Because no matter what, you get one direct attack. So why would you direct attack with a piercer, right? The only time that ever matters is if your opponent only has one defense position monster, which occasionally will happen. But other than that, I don't think it's ever going to come up. Now, this is already quite bad because we've got the Gaia in the hand. That's not ideal, if we're being completely honest. So we should it comes down to, are we trying to hit this effect? That would be super gambit if we do. But if we use this first, we can get a card into the graveyard to use that. Right, let's go Imaginary Reactor. There is a delay. Activate the effect.
That's not ideal, but it means that the Essel would have whiffed. So we'll summon out the Essel now. Activate Essel. So with this, I guess we're going to grab Legend Magician. We'll just put it in attack position. Why not? We'll go ahead and activate the Legend Magician. Sure, I'll just chuck that in the bin. Why not? Then we're going to normal summon this by tributing 1, 2. Behold! Polglaze Spears. Okay, so this is going to get the hand empty, which is fine. You're going to flip this down? You can if you want. Then we'll go Monster Calling. Discard, draw. We'll summon this out. Tribute over to summon this. Activate Duel. Get rid of the 2 500 defenders. Get him for 23. Now, there is quite a big issue here, which is we're against Batarian, and we have a dragon and a warrior face up. So, things might go a bit awry here, but we'll see what happens. I looked at this and kept thinking, what the hell do I even name this as? Yeah, I mean, it's not a good deck, right? We all know it's not a good deck. But it's a bit of fun, right? It's something we can do as like our own brew. The major issue this deck really has is that the skill doesn't plus us like at all. Whereas every other skill in the game basically gets to plus you a bunch, right? Like even our opponent's skill, he is just plus 2'd from the skill, right? Which is like so good. All right, Ashura Star comes down. I don't know if I like this raindrop effect, if I'm being honest, on Ashura Star specifically. So we're gonna pop a face down. So he gets rid of the Polglaze. Star restart. Are we going to go into full Matarian? Or are we going to go for another... How much damage is this? If he just goes into... Yeah, he's going to go into another one. So he's going to absorb our attack. So he gets him for 28 plus... what's that? 11? 28 plus 11 is not too bad. Like, I mean, obviously it could be a lot better, but it could also be a lot worse, I suppose. Okay, there's the Legend Trap gone. Boost the attack up. Okay, so this is almost lethal, but it's not lethal, I believe. We'll see if my maths is correct. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, 700 life in a dream. 1 back row, no Legend Trap. This is a little bit tricky. I can discard to get back a level 5 dragon, which unfortunately doesn't do a lot. I need another normal summon. 1 more normal summon. I mean, even then, we're not in a great spot, if we're being completely honest. I mean, are we just dead? We can summon out a 3,000 attack guy. Swing over that. That doesn't do anything. I think we are just dead, no matter what we do here. Man, 1 more normal summon, and we're in an okay spot. Not a great spot, but an okay spot. We can at least clear this board with 1 more normal summon. Setting Shady doesn't do anything, because he just pops it with Ashura. Doing this doesn't do anything. There's no way to get another normal summon. Because we could summon this, then tribute for this, use its effect to mill. But, like, what does that get us? There's no way to get a draw. Yeah, there's just nothing, is there? Sag. And that is the end of game 1. If we had like a Legend Magician there, I mean, maybe the play then wasn't to get rid of the Legend Magician from the mill. Match into a counter deck on the first try. I don't know if that specifically counters us. I think we could have had a good win there. But we needed to draw better on that last turn. You can push the red button. That's about it. We wait for the level 8 pile skill. I mean, we're still going to have fun with this deck either way, right? Like, we don't have to win with it. It's fine if we lose every game. Well, don't forget as well, we also bricked in that game because we opened one of our 2 garnets. So as long as we don't draw one of our normal monsters, we're actually in a pretty good spot here. Because Legend Magician also now gives us extra bodies. So this is probably heroes. Alright, double extraction. Then there's no benefit to doing any of this, is there? Not really. Getting that back to hand is nice. It doesn't change anything. Alright, we'll summon out Legend Magician. No delay. Activate the effect. I would like that in the graveyard, but we can't put that in the graveyard. I don't really want Polglace in the grave, if I'm being honest, so we're going to put this in there. We'll add Luster to hand. The big issue here is we currently don't have any way to get rid of that, so it's a little bit tricky. Because I want to Reactor. I don't want to get the mills, and then ideally we mill into a dragon, then we can summon Tribute over for that, but I don't think that's worth it. So I think what we're going to do instead is go Monster Cooling. We'll put this in the bin. We'll bring this back. We'll summon. Then we'll set 1, set 2. Now, the issue is he could have high defense monsters because it is the old heroes, which means we have to respect it. So we're only going to get him for 1100. What trap has he got? It could be a legend trap or it could be slime. Either way, it's not good for us because slime stops us and we have no way to deal with a legend trap. So it's not looking great for us either way. All right, Cert comes down. Okay. Sends the Clayman. Why respect the high defense when you could gamble? If it was just Clayman we had to play around, that's one thing. But it's Clayman and Sparkman. That's the issue. Right, Star Restart's coming down. Always gamble. Never give in. Right, we got Bursty. Add back the Fusion. What's the next part of the plan? Avion. Activates Fusion. Do we just take the 50-50? We'll take the 50-50. I'll let him pop a back row. This is fine. If he misses the trap, we are in such a good position. Because you really need the trap for when they summon out Shining. If you don't, you just kind of die. And we only have 2 copies. Imagine he makes another one. And then we get double value on it. But if he summons a Sparkman here, I think we also flip down the Voltic. Excellent. Activates Fusion. So now we just flip down the Voltic. And then we're in, like, the best possible position. Like, the only way he gets any value off of this now is Miracle Fusion exactly. So I've got 1600 defense, 1200 defense. So right now it's just bam, bam. Unfortunately, there's not really much more we can do. We know this is a trap that's on battle. If it's negate attack, that's going to be really annoying. What we want to do is draw a tribute monster. Oh, there's 2 tribute monsters. So that kind of gets us there. What is the best way to do this? Probably tribute this as well. So I'll tribute over this for this. There is a delay. So he's got Riding and a Battle Trap. Activate Duel. We'll put this in the bin. Tribute, summon that. Which means there's no real reason to add this to our hand right now. We're not going to get anything out of it regardless. Tribute 2, summon this. So it could be Compulse, I guess. That's the other thing it could be. Ah, okay. That's fine, because we have this still in the back pocket. We go Magician, activate the effect. I don't want any of those in the bin, realistically. Add back Luster Dragon. Summon Luster Dragon. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. Activate the effect. Now, the downside is, if he does have a... Well, pretty much any trap, we kind of don't really get to do much beyond this. We can activate this, draw 2. What do we get out of that? If we draw true monsters, we don't get anything. We'd have to draw exactly Shady. Let's go for it, though. Let's go for it. We probably should have done this a little bit earlier. This one only has 2,000 attack and 1,600 defense, so that's the one to do it on. That doesn't really change anything. We'll just set that. But if we had drawn Shady, that would have been great, right? So we have to swing into both of these with this. What is the trap card? Ah, okay, so it was slime. Okay. How much damage did you just take? You took 11? Yeah, you should have just used the trap earlier, right? I don't know. 99% gamblers gave up before they hit the jackpot. Real. Alright, here comes TSA. Now, the downside here is, again, we do not have a trap card. So, if he just does, like, a big play, we could just get smoked. But he'd have to do, like, double Shining without already having Flame Wingman set up. That's fine. We don't care about that. I mean, that might come up because that could have been really helpful for later. He's got 2 cards left in hand. So he really needs a +2 off of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. He gets a +2. Of course he gets a +2. If we actually lose because he just got a +2 off of Argent, I swear to God. Because that on its own means he now has a Flame Wingman. He sends this, gets a Flame Wingman, and he has 2 cards left over. So if he goes... I don't think his graveyard's big enough that he can kill us with just the 1 copy of Shining. So we might be okay. But then we still have to deal with a Shining, is the issue. Which, to deal with Shining, we basically need our other curse. The extra reduction means we might actually just be dead. We take 23 plus the difference in... Yeah. Oh my... He's actually got... Wait, does he not? Does he not have Star Restart? Okay. We're still in this. He's already used 2, I suppose. 2 cards in the back row. He's already used his Legend. No cards in hand. He's already used Buffered Slime. So, like, what could those back row be that we care about? I mean, is there anything? I mean, I could activate this effect right now and just boost this attack. I'm trying to think what cards he could have to stop us. I don't think there's much. Alright, we're going to activate Polglace, boost this attack. We're going to activate Order. Bring this back, which plays around Riding. Okay, we're fine. He hit the jackpot Riding? Yeah, he could have had Riding, but obviously he didn't. Well, we don't know if he did. All I wanted to do was just not summon an effect monster. I wanted to just have a way to just kill without summoning an effect monster. Like, there was some weird shit he could have had, right? Like, if he had Recital ×2, that's like... I mean, I can't do anything about that. So we'll just see what he's got. I mean, this deck is quite cool, though. This deck gives me vibes of playing, like, pre-Go Rush Fusion OCG format. That's what this gives me vibes of. Oh, we're actually against a Royal Rebel player. And we've bricked. That's not great. It means our skill doesn't do anything. So we just don't have a skill for this game. There's not really a good way to, like, fix this, is the issue. Like, because we need to get a Gaia and the Luster Dragon into the graveyard. So we have to just play 1-on-1. That is also really not helpful. Alright, Legendary Magician. Activate the effect. I guess I'll send you. Then we'll go Monster Reincarnation. We'll grab this back. We'll summon it. We'll see if he flips these down or not. Okay. We'll use Reactor. Pop this back in. Draw. That's funny. It doesn't actually accomplish a lot. Let's go Legendary Magician. Activate the effect. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that will put you in the bin. And I will add it to my hand here. Because with this, I think it is worth going into this. The question is, are we doing that? That's the big question. Shock Dragon is a bit of a weird card to use. We don't really want to leave a Wimp on the board, but I don't think there's a way to really get around that. Alright, let's just go for this. I want to get this out of my hand either way, so we'll Tribute Summon this. We'll see if he does anything on this summon. Okay, so now we're going to get the Shady. He's going to flip down both. Which is fine. Because the other thing I could do is just set. Like, I don't have to do a big play this turn. And we've got this out the hand, which is, like, the important part. Getting rid of these doesn't do anything unless he has a way to flip our guys up. Which, if we don't leave less than 2 cards in our hand, doesn't really matter. So I think we're just going to pass on this. I think this is fine. We got rid of the trap card. He has no way to, like, break our board currently. Let's see what he does. Hey, a human. Welcome, welcome. Gaia in the hand. Feels bad. Did your skill just not activate at all once? So our skill can only be used if we have 2 normal monsters in our deck that are non-light and darks, right? So because we drew into one, we didn't get to use it. So 2 out of 3 games, we haven't been able to use our skill. We've only used our skill once so far. Oh my god, is that Pure Glass? My notification said this was VRAINS. Now, VRAINS was yesterday. The watch-alongs was yesterday. Reverse clickbait. We're just lying. That's just what we're doing now. We just lie. Oh, Perian. So Perian doesn't do a lot here, though, again. Because you need the other one. Right. So now the question is, does he have another Shady? And how do we test if he has another Shady without falling into the Shady trap? Alright, I'm gonna use the Shock Dragon now. Then we're gonna summon Reactor. There is a delay, so chances are he does have another Shady. Activate the effect. Mill some cards. So I guess the safest play is probably go into Duel. Something this doesn't get me anything, so I think we do go into Duel here. Right, we'll tribute this to summon this. Right, he doesn't use anything there. So this is fine, because I can just use this. I want to leave 2 in hand. I don't think it matters now, though. Because him changing my battle position now, like, what does that mean? Unless he's playing, like, Pierce or something? I think we just do this, then. So we want to use the 19 on that one. Oh, we want to use the 16 on that one. We go for that. We go for that. Oh, he can't attack. What restriction do we have that he can't attack? I should know what my own cards do, really. What did I do? Am I stupid? Oh, its own effect. Right. This can only attack position monsters this turn. Were any of them low enough? Did I do as stupid? Did I attack... Did I not attack the low one? Oh, no, I did. I already attacked. So I went attack, 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 attack directly. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I think that's what I did. No, I attacked the defense. No, for some reason, I attacked Perian with Luster Dragon. I don't know why I did that. Unless I had to? Oh, it could only attack position. Right, because it was in defense. So what were the attack stats of his monsters? One was 18. Was the other one too big as well? Or could we have attacked this guy? It would have been 15 plus 3. And then he would have been reduced, right? So I should have been able to attack over this. I just attacked in the wrong order. There was a 1200, yeah. Okay. This doesn't seem like the play. This feels like a bad play from him. You can't attack me directly, my friend. That's not how that works. Now the question is, does he have another one? Does he have the third Shady? Oh no, he's still got the Shady from last turn. Ah, that's annoying. There's not really a lot we can do about that, unfortunately. Alright, I think we just Grand Extreme. No, we'll probably go Secret Order first, right? Right, we'll Secret Order first thing first. We'll bring this back. Then we'll go Grand Extreme, which will force his trap card. Sure, we'll mess with your graveyard. I don't know, you know. Let's just put all of these, like, high levels back in. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing against this deck. We're just going to do it. Not using the trap. Well, now, do I just... I mean, it's not going to be lethal, but it's not bad. I guess we should put the boost on you. Because... the reason why is this has trap destruction prevention. So, depending on if he is on something that could stop it, this ends up being better. Right, we'll set this as well. We'll go to battle. We'll swing into this. And we'll swing into this. So we could have got a little bit of extra damage, but I didn't like the idea of running into a widespread and losing the Poglace. Alright, let's see what he does. Hard Rock Overture. Discards. But you no longer have... oh, you have one level... we have 2 level 8s in there now, because we just sent 2. Okay, we summon out 2 Perians. Summon this. Okay. I'm okay with you having cul-de-sac. Activate the effect. Boost that. Boost that. I mean, you can walk over the Gaia. I don't care about that. That's fine. Alright, I'm back. Just gonna do tag deal tournament runs. Nice. Alright. So we'll do this. And then I guess we're gonna do both of them. I don't see a reason not to do both. Boop, boop. And then he passes. Okay. So... we kind of get to do whatever we want here. We've only got 4 cards in deck. That could actually pose a bit of an issue. So we want to try and win this turn. We know he's got Shady. The question is, do we play around anything else? We don't currently have access to another boss, but we can get access to another boss. Yeah. I mean, I think we just always win there, but we wanted to be safe, right? We wanted to play around everything. Because if he did have, like, a slime, we couldn't actually win through slime, and we would just deck out. Or there was a chance we could deck out. Alright, it turns out, you know, better than Royal Rebels. I don't know if that's a great metric, a great statistic, but we beat it, so, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, Light Galaxy is actually Light Galaxy as well. Probably compulsory vacuum device and Shady. Compulsory would have been really good there, though, so I don't think he would scoop if he had that. Alright, Elemental Double Extraction. We send both of those to the bin. We'll go... Essel, activate the effect. That doesn't really help this current situation. Alright, we're going to set. We're going to Tribute set. Now the question becomes, do we activate Secret Order to bring this back in defense? I don't hate that. I think I am going to do that. Because one, we don't really want to have an extra card set, because then he gets an extra 2 mils off of Plasma if he goes into Plasma. And he can just do a crap ton of damage in one turn. Hello, Mr. Tomato. Hello, Sakadetsu. Welcome, welcome on in. Does Compulse better than Trap Hole next format? So Compulse is better if you're going to play against fusion monsters. That's kind of like the easy way to think about it. So if you're going to be playing against a ton of Music Princess, Compulse is generally better. The main reason Trap Hole saw so much play is because it's really good into Join Tech, and Shady and Compulse aren't as good into Join Tech. So the less Join Tech there is, the better Compulse becomes. Now, the obviously other trade-off is that you can play Pot of Greed with Trap Hole. But a lot of people don't even play Trap Hole. So some people just cut the Legend Trap Hole together. What is Vanilla Gaia doing here? He's just vibing. He's just hanging out. Because Drag is probably to return the meta, and the deck can play 7 Shift. I don't think 7 Shift is going to be that great. But Compulse is still really good into the fusion monsters specifically. Alright, Galactiara Eve. So we've used Pot of Greed. We got a Galactiara Eve off. What did we send? Oh, we sent the Lilac, and then we activated and created a card. I didn't pay attention to what card he created. I was too busy yapping, but I assume whatever he made he's going to use now. It really bothers me that they still don't tell you what card they made. It just says add. He added a card to his hand with the skill. That's all it says. It's like, come on. Secret Order Copage. So, again, the strategy is... Oh, we're going for that, are we? Is that the skill dumps 2 cards into the bin, right? So we want to get the Luster Dragon into the bin because we can bring it back with Legendary Magician. Which is just like free value every time we get a Legendary Magician, right? But you can also get Gaia into the graveyard, which gives you access to Secret Order and Monster Cooling. Are you giving piercing to... Hello? What's the next part of the plan? We're using Fuse Eve. So we're going to bring back Galactica Oblivion. Are we just going to go for Eternal now? Just to clear a guy? I think we are. Or we might just crash. Oh, I think crashing is actually better. Okay, we are just going to go for the crash. He's thinking about it. Okay, we're going for the crash. We're going to get him for 16. I think this is the best he could have hoped for. I think if he goes Eternal, that's really funny and doesn't really do him much good. I think this is the best play he could make. The issue is, I don't want to leave Eve on the board, and he's got 2 back row and a card in his hand. We know that this is Fusion. I don't know what the middle one is. Right, let's summon Reactor, see what he does. So he has a delay, so it's probably shady. Mill 2 hasn't really changed a lot for us here. I think the play is Reactor again. Activate its effect. Still nothing, that's fine. Then I'm going to tribute summon this. So go 1, we go 2. This is probably going to get the shady. If it's a compulse, it's going to be real annoying. But like, if this gets shadied, I'm fine. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, so it is a little bit annoying because I can't deal with the 24. That is also a very annoying draw. Alright, well, we're going to set this. We'll go into this. And then we just pass. Setting that might have been a mistake, because now we might just die. We might... Like, the extra 2 mils could be all he needs to finish us off with Eternal. Okay, it's Universe Storm anyway. That's fine. We don't care about that. Man on horse, go! Yeah, obviously if it was Secret Order would be in a better position, but... Same idea for Gaia until I remember the Fusion Gaia is also limit 3. Fusion Gaia is limit 2, isn't it? I'm trying to remember now. But either way, I don't... Oh, are you talking about the other Gaia? The guy that Fusion summons? Right. Because the actual Fusion monster is limit 2. Didn't expect this tomato to invite to the party. Fusion could be in hand for shady fodder. I mean, it could be. Or it could have been. Okay. So we've got piercing on a 2500 guy that can't get over my 2500 defense. What's the next part of the plan? Fusion draw. But this is just discard draw. So we send Fusion to the graveyard to draw. That now means very little, actually, with what we've got currently going on. So we put the Fusion into his hand, just to send it to the graveyard again. We tribute to summon extra Plora now. Okay, so we are going to go for an Eternal play. But if we were going for an Eternal play, I feel like we shouldn't have used the Universe Storm. Now, will the Gaia Uprising come again with Secret Order Unlimited? I mean, I very much doubt it. Like, the skill has just been nerfed into oblivion. If the skill still gave 600 attack, like, I think it would be like a rogue deck. Why are we making Plasma? We did all of that just to clear a 25? I mean, if he's got a trap card behind this, like, he's probably sitting pretty. So maybe I shouldn't judge too harshly. Right, Reactor. There's a delay. I don't have 10 cards in deck. Ah! This is dead. I mean, we don't really have anything else we can really accomplish here. Especially because now we know he has a delay. We can't even go into shock. Unfortunately, with this hand, I think there's just nothing we can do. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. It's a shame. He just had Shady every turn, and we drew really badly. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I wish for me it can help a little. And yes, Gaia, Conqueror Champions Limit 2. Hello, Tomato. What deck are you playing today? Hello, Skywings. We're playing a, like, Polglace Pile deck. It's not very good. It's not a very good deck. We're just playing it for fun. We've actually won more than we've lost today, which is surprising. I was not expecting to win more than we lost. Deck too small, very sad. Yeah, I was thinking about... Because there's another version of this deck where you play Avarice. But then you don't have the engine with Reactor anyway. So, I mean, maybe... Jesus Christ. Right, well, this is as bad as it gets. Alright, this is going to look really weird, but I'm going to do this because I think we're going to lose if we don't. Right, we do this. We discard this. We add back this. We summon Legendary Magician. Activate Legendary Magician. 1, 2, 3. We send Duel to set up the graveyard for Phoenix Dragon. We add back Luster Dragon. We tribute set. We set. We pass. Hey, Icy! Welcome, welcome on in, my friend. Exclamation mark Icy in the chat. Oh, guys, it's Heroes! Shocker! I mean, we beat the last hero we played against. Maybe we can win this one as well. The rank ladder is unreal. Gaia just stuck in your hand. Bro, he really wants to be a part of the party. What can we say? The rare whiff! And also he's playing card restoration in Heroes because reasons. Oh, whiff again! Whiff again! It would be so funny. Please whiff 8 cards in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes! The double whiff! Scoop of shame. Do it. Come on. Ah, no scoop of shame. The scoop of shame is always so funny after the double whiff, but alas, we do not get to see it today. Okay. I mean, Gaia's in the bin. We have a lot of, like... We actually have a lot of plays here. He has no cards in hand. Like, how do we want to play this? We already have a Polglaze. I think the line is, summon Phoenix Dragon, see if there's a delay. No delay. Activate Phoenix Dragon. I think with this, we probably send a Polglaze. We don't really need 2 of them. We're going to take back Duel. We're going to tribute this. Flip this up. We'll flip this up as well. We can activate your effect. We're going to boost you up. So now, I could tribute 2, summon out another Polglaze, get it up to 3,700 double attack, which, like, is not bad. There's a good chance that could just win. We'll go Secret Order. Right, swing with this. No! No! Why do you have a combat trap? Maybe it's card restoration. Maybe it's card restoration. Maybe we're fine. If only no combat trap. We felt confident because he didn't... Oh, come on, bro. Oh, that's so lame. That would have been so cool. That would have been so cool. That was probably lethal, right? That would have been another 22. And then, yeah, it's lethal even over Clayman. Ah. It had to be the absolute worst one as well, where we also lose a body. Like, even Slime wouldn't have been as annoying. Hey, Manicus, welcome, welcome. Can you watch the second replay? Yeah, we can watch the replay after this, if I remember. We have to. I have to try and remember is the issue. Is there a rush card that responds to a monster's effect? Oh, that's a good one. Is there a trap card that responds after a monster's effect is activated? I don't think so. I'm trying to think now. I know there's a fusion monster that negates, but I don't think it negates in response to an effect. I think it just negates, like, blanket. Compulse? Compulse is on a normal or special summon or spell card activation. New stuff tomorrow? There is no new stuff tomorrow. Tomorrow should just be the ban list changes. Although we might get some, like, data mines. Like, there's a chance, because they're doing a maintenance. The negate is an ignition effect, yeah. I thought it was. Oh, bro. Are we Giga dead? Is he doing double shining? Wait, that's not double shining. Shining, then double shining? Maybe? Use these. Make a shining. We shouldn't be dead from just the shining. Yeah, we're taking 46 plus 6. That's 52. Ugh. We are still not dead. He needs any normal summon. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, he's got that so he can bounce. No, we are Giga dead. Get me out of here. I mean, to be fair, I think we did alright, right? We lost there entirely because he had a legend trap, right? If he didn't have exactly that legend trap, we did just win. So, I think we did okay. We did okay, though. Yeah, new skill changes tomorrow, so new stuff. But we're not getting anything new tomorrow, right? We're not getting any new product. We're not getting the start of the events. We're not getting Dimension Linker. We're not getting the level 8 skill tomorrow. Leaks for selection, surely? I mean, possibly. The thing is, I don't know if this is a core update. I think it probably is, but, like, I'm not, you know, the person to ask would be Brad. Brad's the man who knows. I think with this, we're just going to go for a big old set. If he just is playing Curse and he opens it, he's the main character. What can we say? Oh no, the OG Flame Wingman. It's so Jova he summoned Wingman. Yeah, Shining Flare is so good. The thing is, it's not even... What are we playing here? We're playing a... Are we playing this just in Galaxy, or is this a different Udius skill? What Udius skills are there? Stealth Magic. What skill are we playing? Alright, let's check out this guy's deck, I guess. I mean, we know what he's doing. But, like, does Udius have, like, Elemental Double Extraction? I don't know if Udius has that. Hammer Crush Deal. Bro, you could just play a more robust hero package and not play this crap. There is no reason to play Hammer Crush Deal in this deck. What do you need to pop in the back row? Like, as the whole point of playing this maximum is none of the back row matters. I don't think you need core for leaks, but could be wrong, though. I know that core is where all of the big leaks come in, though. I know that. So I don't know if it's like, you know, you need it for every little thing. But, like, the core is when they put in, like, the whole next box sort of thing. We get nothing all the time. Skill changes, etc. are still new for us. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. If it's about skill updates, it's impossible. The OG. No, the changes from last time go through tomorrow for Sidra. Yes. The Sidra changes will be tomorrow. Same with the Strike Dragons. Oh, he's on his rank up game. Imagine he loses his rank up game to our pile of shit. That would be really funny. If we had a boss in hand, I would feel really confident about making like a really silly play here. But without one, I'm feeling less confident about it. I don't really want to leave Legendary Magician in attack position. I don't want to put that back into my hand. Everything's gambling. It's either we gamble or we just go for a really boring play. I think we're just going to do the boring play. The issue is our guys have such terrible defense that we could get pierced over for a ridiculous amount. So, like, we could do a gamble, right? If we just mill with Legendary or Reactor or Essel, and we get a boss in the graveyard, we can do a lot of really cool shit because we can then take the Luster Dragon back. We can tribute the attack position Legend Magician. We could even potentially use Monster Calling. We could get Monster Reincarnation into the graveyard because that's how we get the boss monster back into our hand, which means we get a +2 off of Reactor. But, like, there's so much that could go wrong, and we don't want to give our opponent just, like, an extra way in when they're already playing a really good deck, right? We might have overestimated our opponent here. We might have overestimated them a little bit. Just a smidge. I'm getting a feeling. Now, we're probably still going to lose. But I think we were getting a little bit worried about like a big fusion play when Trumpet Tiger has hit the field. Okay, well, what's the play now? We have a lot of stuff we could do. Let's start with Flip Legend Magician. Activate the effect. 1, 2, 3. I don't think we're going to need you anymore, so I'll get rid of you. We'll grab this back to hand. The issue is we haven't tested for anything yet, which is a little bit sketch. Because I want to know when he's going to hit us. We don't have anything in the graveyard worth getting back here either, which is kind of annoying. I guess we'll go... Right, we'll go Essel now. See if there's a delay. No delay. Activate Essel. Still nothing worth getting back. Which is very irritating, but it's fine. We'll flip up Reactor now. So I'm going to activate Reactor now, even though this is still here, because I want to use this to get back a boss monster. So activate Reactor. Right, there are boss monsters in the graveyard. So now we want to activate this. What order do we want to do this in? I suppose we don't have to do it right now. We can go for this now. Do we have... No, we don't. We don't have... That's in the bin already. Okay, yeah, so this is fine then. Right, we'll Tribute 1, Tribute 2. Summon this out. Then... we'll go Reincarnation. I don't think we're going to use Curse. So with this, I think we're grabbing you. I don't really need you. I guess we're grabbing you. That feels really weird, but I think it is the play. We go Reactor. Activate the effect. Put this back into the deck. Draw 2. Hasn't really changed a lot. Tribute 2. Summon this. Activate its effect. We'll go Secret Order. Then we'll just go to battle. We'll attack with this first to play around Recital. We've already played around... we played around Recital. Right, playing around Recital again. Right. We couldn't quite end it there, but this looked pretty good. Now, the board was Trumpet Tiger Pass, so it wasn't the hardest board in the world to break, but we got to do our little combos, and that looked cool. Go Cyclone ban tomorrow? Yes, it's a great day! Go Cyclone, it will be gone! Haha! Just add ban list and event assets for Duelist Kingdom and Event Mat and Sleaze, I guess with an icon. New skills, mainly Nash, and a rerun should be around the 19th, the 17th to the 19th. I mean, we have the January update list, right? I think we just let that go. You can have none Sharonet. I will allow it. You can reduce one of my guys' attack down by a shit ton. Wow. It's on the field as well. That's pretty funny. You can TSA me. I am okay with this. I think this is the least we could let you do. Trumpet Tiger Recital. Exactly. Hello, United for Eternity. Welcome, welcome. We actually mentioned you earlier, United, because we were looking at the Kingdom Rush. We were like, look, United, he's right there. I suppose we could probably make this bigger. There's no reason to have it small. Oh no! Polglace is going to be attacked! Ah! Tragic! Right, so now we have to be worried about combat traps and decking out. That is the only things we have to worry about right now. So I'm going to activate Shock. I'm going to normal summon Luster Dragon. Go to battle phase. Attack. The issue is, we got to do our combo there. So that's a really nice showcase of what the deck does when you get a good hand. But our opponent basically didn't do anything. Which makes it like half a good replay and half a shit replay. I will save it for now, but we might get rid of this. Alright, we want to watch Shui's replay. We want to watch Shui's replay. TSA and Music Princess. TSA and Music Princess I don't think is the worst thing in the world, but it's obviously not good. I think there are worse techs to have than TSA. Now, TSA is still really bad. Like, we're not going to sugarcoat it. But, like, Trumper Tiger, I think, is a lot worse than TSA. Right, am I blind? I'm probably blind. There we go, Shui. What's the second one down? So we're going to be watching Zodiac versus Thunder Dragons. Okay. Always feels good bullying casual / newbies, huh? It's more like, whenever you draw a good hand, either your opponent's got all the trap cards in the world, so you don't get to do what you want to do, or your opponent's playing a deck, or your opponent's like playing just like really good meta, I guess. Or your opponent just is playing garbage, so you just get to a free win regardless, right? Dragon Master Knight, revealing the fallen of Elbaz. We draw 2. Branded Lost. Oh, is this Thunder Dragon branded? Okay. We've got Veiler on the Aluba. We're going to brand it in red, still in the same chain. So we're going to fuse this body off so it resolves. Lubellion comes down. Then we add the branded fusion, which I don't know if I like that. What do we think of this branded fusion, guys? I don't know. I don't dislike. I don't know if I don't think I like this. I don't think I like this. I think it just looks a bit crap. This, on the other hand, I can get behind this. This is cool. I'm not a big fan of the silver border. I think the fire makes it look cool, and the silver border makes it look cheap. That's kind of how I feel about that. Back in my day, TSA was a staple. I feel old already, same. It aged better than Essel, at least. Hey, I'm playing Essel. Essel's doing fine. We got Branded Lost, so no more interacting. Mirror Jade. Ooh. Ooh, guys, what do we think about this Mirror Jade? I don't know. This looks a bit over the top. Like, Mirror Jade is a really cool-looking card, and I feel like we've made it uglier by, like, slapping glitter and sparkles all over it. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this. Green name on spell. Oh, and Branded Lost. I don't think I like that either, to be honest. I don't think it vibes. I only use the Rock Chronicle on my bricks. Some of the Chronicles are something. Silver matches the armor, though. It still looks crap, though. It doesn't change the fact it looks crap. Yeah, the way the effect does look weird on the fusion cards. By the way, green name on spell. Blue name is nice. Don't know about the rest. I think it's very card specific. There are some cards that some of the text colors look good on, and some where they don't. I don't mind that. That looks okay. I like the rainbow border. I like the shatter foil effect. Ooh. That looks okay. I think my biggest issue with this is we've done nothing with the border and nothing with the text. If this was gold text, and then like maybe the black border, I think this would look better. This looks okay, though. This doesn't look bad. That's what this is now, by the way. This is no longer like, let's appreciate Shui's combo. This is now, let's check out all of the Chronicles going on. Thunder Dragonhawk. We go Thunder Dragon Colossus Pass. All right, let's check out this end board. So we've got Branded Lost, which gives us a bit of protection. We've got a Mirror Jade that's live. We've got Thunder Dragon Colossus, which is floodgating. Kit isn't doing anything, I don't think. And then we got Dragon Stapelia, which is a quick effect negate, effectively. That's how we think about this card. There's a combo. I mean, we're going to see a board break. This was his combo. We need to see Tomato's Chronicle collection. Mine is very boring because I don't use my Chronicles unless I think it's going to look absolutely awesome. So for my Rush side, it's just a couple of fusion monsters basically, and then like a couple on like just a couple of different things. And then on the speed side, it's basically just my UCTs. Because Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, my UCTs look so fucking pretty. They look beautiful. Board break, what is this? Sky Strikers. I mean, we'll see it in a sec, right? So we're going to flip down Mirror Jade, so that's their banish gone. We're activating Barrage, so you can target one face-up card you control, destroy it. If you do special summon a Zodiac monster from your deck, you can use effect to 0 return. If this card is destroyed by a card effect, set to the graveyard, so you could use its own effect to destroy itself. You can target a Zodiac monster you control, attach this card from your graveyard to that monster. We're going to activate the effect. Go ahead and grab the Mighty Rapier. We go into Broadbow. Branded in red is going to come out. So are we going to make another Mirror Jade? We're making Lubellion, which is then going to add... Oh, that's really good, actually. Getting the Macaria off of that is so big. Hammerkong. Do we not have a second Mirror Jade, then? Like, why would you not make a Mirror Jade here? Like, couldn't we just use this to make a Mirror Jade? Oh, no, I guess we couldn't, because we had to use the Fallen Baobabs from hand. Mirror Jade is what? What's the specific material to make it? A Fusion, Synchro, Link, or Xyz monster. I guess you would have had to get rid of one of these, then. Can you fuse with face down? Handfield, but... So couldn't you have just used this Mirror Jade? To make another Mirror Jade? Wouldn't that have been better? Am I dumb? Most people don't play 2 Mirror? Oh, in my mind, it just seems to make sense to make 2 Mirror. Because you can even use 2 Mirror effects, right? He could have used this Mirror... If it wasn't booked, he could have used Mirror Jade effect... Then fused it off, made a new Mirror Jade that can now use its effect. So it just seems good. I have so many Starlight Chronicles, I can't use it because I think of the worst effect. I have 7 Starlights. Yeah, I'm just collecting Starlights as well. You can only control 1. Also affects it if you're using itself to summon another. Ah. But what about this one being face down, though? Means you could do it... You could do it in this case, though, right? If he had another one, you could have used this face down one. Oh, wait. Or does the fact that you can only control 1... Does that... Do cards know that they're face down? Oh, this is getting some really weird Yu-Gi-Oh! Rulings, but... Right, Makuria is going to negate the Hammerkong. Then what? We're going into Tiger Mortar. Tiger Mortar effect. We're going to attach. Summon out the Rapier. Go into Chakanine. We don't have room to use Chakanine's effect. We'll go into Drident. Fractal's effect. Dragostapelia is going to be used to try and negate Fractal. Okay, we've gone into double Dragon Lords, so we have a bounce. We're just doing all sorts of shit right now. Keras effect. Keras effect. That's going to bounce again, or banish even. Then we'll go into Broad Ball. Broad Ball effect. Grab Whiptail. We're going to activate Whiptail to attach it. And then we use the effect of Pop. I mean, yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I know it's highly unlikely, but being able to trade in like 10 Starlight for a full Starlight would be neat. Yeah, I don't think they'll ever do that. In the same way that it would be nice if we could exchange our like coins for stuff, but I don't think we can do that either. Fusion Summon does know the face down, so I would assume so. Yu-Gi-Oh! Rulings is fucked, but to my knowledge, with shit like that, there can only be 1. A single Mirror Jade should be able to be on the field. The first just can't be flip summoned. Okay, so in that situation, if he was playing a second Mirror Jade, he could have done that instead of going into the Albion. Why would you have 2... Is it Albion? I'm forgetting the names now. Why would you have 2 of that and not 2 of the other one, though? That's what seems weird to me. As for me, I would play 2 Mirror Jade if I play less than 2 to 3 Adlib. I think both. I would just go for all of it. YOLO. And that's all you getting from Zoo every other game I lose. Well, that is a shame. That is a shame. Alright. Let's see if we can lose another game. I'm going to summon Gaia the Fierce Knight. Do you think Gaia is going to be in our opening hand again? This time it might be Luster Dragon instead. We'll see. Ooh, is it going to be high-tech? Oh, it's going to be high-tech. Oh, we're going first in the deck that plays a whole bunch of good second cards. Skill activated. How many people realistically play Curse in this deck? I mean, we might just be dead. If he just has, like, a good hand, there is a world in which we are just dead. I'm going to set this, and this is kind of greedy because we're not playing our own Curse. But we'll see what he's got. If he has, like, just, like, Flap Dragon and the whole combo, we're dead. If he's got... If he doesn't have a boss monster, then he can get fucked. Okay, what are we working with here? Double Phoenix Dragon in the open, not exactly the greatest, if we're being completely honest. Right, let's flip up Essel. We'll activate its effect. We'll start filling the graveyard a bit. Not the best, but it is what it is. We do not have a dragon we can get back with Phoenix Dragon right now. I think we probably go for Pure Glace and see what he does. So Tribute 1. Tribute 2, summon out Pool Glace. No delay. No delay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. What is the next part of the plan then? I don't think there's a good way that we can kill, because we have to put Polglace into defense position. Unless we can go double Polglace, but that's kinda unlikely. Alright, let's go Essel. Activate the effect. Mill 2. Still not kind of getting what we really want in the graveyard here, but that's fine. We'll then tribute Essel. Summon this. Activate its effect. Still not the mill we're after. We really need boss monsters. That's what we're really after. Could activate, discard, tribute 2, summon that. Doesn't do a lot for me though, is the issue. Right, let's get weird with this. At this point, I don't really care about winning. I just want to see where we can go with this. So we're going to do this. We're going to go Reincarnation. I'm going to discard. I'm going to take back Gaia. Again, we were looking for like any other 2 tribute. Ideally a Pool Glace, but it is what it is. We'll tribute 2 to summon the Gaia. We'll go Reactor. Activate the effect. Add this back. And those cards are completely useless for me. That is unfortunate, but it is what it is. 26. Alright. We were like, I don't know, let's just see if we can just high roll into something more fun. And we didn't. And then we were like, oh, I guess we just attack. We'll take it. We'll take it. Sure. I mean, it still shows off what our deck does. We did manage to win through 2 defense position monsters and 3 back row, so... Obviously, he had nothing, but... No, we're not supposed to rank up with this deck. Everyone now, because Concurrent Burst is in the same box as Curse. Yeah, but are you playing it in the deck, is the question. It's like, do you have the room to fit it in? As well as all the traps and the back row hate that most people are playing. Flip it with the card effect. No, just going to be silent for a little bit. Got to take a phone call. Oh, phew. It would make it so you control more than 1 Mirror Jade. Okay, there we go. That's good. Kind of. Respect the random Pierce card, though. By the way, all spells for traps, but he's got nothing. That is all spells. I looked up a ruling, and one of the questions were, can negated Mirror Jade be used to fusion summon another Mirror Jade? And just been told no. But it's different if it's face down. That's the question. Because if it's face down, it's not on the field. Like, it is. But, like, nothing knows it's on the field. So that's where it gets weird, right? It's not a part of Mirror Jade's effect. It's literally just, hey, you can only have one of me. Just like Sacrifice can't be used as a fusion summon. You said this deck sucks. Why is it winning? I mean, because our opponents are bad or bricking. Like, that's what we could say, right? You can only control 1 as a condition and not an effect, therefore it cannot be negated, the more you know. Click the high-tech list. Alright, we'll do that after this game, if we remember. If we remember, we'll do it after this. I'm ready for Duel Links Anniversary. I finished farming 3 Animagica Witch. I don't think which is gonna be very good. But we'll see. Ah, damn you, Luster Dragon! Why must you ruin my plans? Okay. Set 4 pass. I mean, what are we doing with this? Realistically. Alright, behold. I'm going to summon Phoenix Dragon. No delay. I'm going to tribute it to summon out Dual Coriclus. We'll summon Luster Dragon. I'm going to set. And then I guess to play around Recital, I'm going to use the effect. Go get him, champ. Oh, we needed the power boost. Literally never punished. I mean, not exactly the best board, but like it's okay. That's Mania. Okay. I mean, we're probably going to have to flip this down. Otherwise, we just lose our card for no reason, so... I guess we'll leave our guy face up. Fuck it. Like, there's a chance that it survives. And if it goes face down, it definitely dies, right? The punish here would be like, I don't know, Flame Wingman? Like, even that, he would just attack over this anyway. We're in, like, exactly the same boat. Okay. So we've got Fusion, we've got 5 other cards, 2 of which are guaranteed spells. Hero Descent. Oh. Okay, that's pretty good. So that's just a free Fusion. So this is going to be Flame Wingman. If it's just Flame Wingman, I don't really care. Like, it's annoying, but it's whatever. If he summons a Sparkman, that's going to be a bit annoying, because now that can clear Luster Dragon. Alright, what are we doing with this, though? Avian? Are we going to go, like, double Flame Wingman? Okay. Are we going double Flame Wingman? People shouldn't even be on 2 copies of Flame Wingman. If you've got extra spot, you should be on an extra Voltic or an extra Burst Wingman. You shouldn't be on double Flame Wingman. Unless we're just going to make a Burst. Because, like, double Burst is obviously really good. Okay, here we go. So this is fine. I guess you pump... I mean, you pump yourself, right? Surely you don't bother putting it on... Yeah, okay. Ow. Ow again. Alright, watch us draw Gaia the Fierce Knight. Oh, I called it. I called it so hard. Things aren't looking great for us. Alright, summon. No delay. Activate Essel. That does not help the matter. Summon. Activate the effect. That still has not helped the matter. I think we're just dead. Like, no matter what. This hand is just so bad. Okay, let's go for this. I mean, I'm pretty sure we are just dead. Because if he uses the skill, we're definitely dead to that. Which means the only hope we have... Can he use this effect? He can, right? Yeah. Then you can destroy Spell Trap. So we'll set this just to get rid of it. Our only hope is that he doesn't draw any normal summons. Like, the chances of that happening are almost 0. So we are just dead, but... Okay. So we're alive currently. We are now dead. I mean, unfortunately, that was just a brick game, so we get nothing out of that, which is a bit of a shame. Drawing out both of the normals feels really bad. At least we got that guy a win on his way up to Cog, right? Because he's already in Gold 5. That wasn't his rank up game, but he's going to be now 1 game closer, right? He don't need a normal summon? Yeah, but if he activates Hero Descent, then he gets the monsters in defense, so we'd have to do a fusion. So then it comes down to we'd have to send a card to the graveyard still. Like, so he'd still need to have a card, right? Come. What am I supposed to do with this game? Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. T set. We're playing goat now. We're playing goat. Okay, Phoenix Dragon comes down. That's fine. Clear Ice Dragon. Yeah, that's fine. If you want to mess up my graveyard, go ahead. Ancient Forces. I was not expecting to run into Ancient Forces today. And we've hard bricked against Ancient Forces. We are going to lose to Ancient Forces. Play a second Gaia, so maybe we won't brick this. But the issue is, if we don't put the Legend monster into the graveyard, it doesn't work. Like, the deck just doesn't function. Because the whole point is, we want to get one Legend monster and one Gaia into the graveyard. Again, the deck is bad. The deck is fine for the deck to be bad. We don't have to fix the deck. We just have to play the deck. What's happening in gold rank? I left for a week and level 8 pile, and I see this. I don't know what to tell you, man. Haha, my 0 defense monster. I wanted to discard a card, but I guess that's not happening. Behold, Essel. No delay. Could I just get Monster Reincarnation in the bin just to give me something to do? Alright. Reactor. Initiate. Well, it still doesn't change much. I guess we're just going to go for Pull Place? We'll summon. We'll pop this in the bin. I'm going to grab this out. I am going to summon it. Even though it means I've now turned off my back row. I think this is the more fun play. Then I guess we'll just go to battle. Watch him have a Legend Trap as well. Oh, no Legend Trap. Okay. Ha-ha! Ha-ha! Right, this is where we get punished for not leaving a card in hand. Because he's going to do like a full... Christ, what's the even card called? Ancient Arise Dragon combo? I had 3 bosses in my opening hand. It's NA. That's not NA. There wasn't a delay. Play 32 cards, trust. I mean, unironically, increasing the number of cards in the deck would give us less of a chance to open the Garnet Route. At Blizzard. Here we go. Here it comes. The Ancient Arise Dragon. Arise from your slumber. We're discarding Dragius. Summoning out another Dragius. And Sephildra. Activate Dragius effect. Talismanic Sealer. Are we dead? No, this isn't lethal. There's no way this is lethal. This is going to be a lot of damage, though. It's got 8 plus 15 plus 16. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I've just done some quick maths, guys. And, okay. Can we win from this position, though, is the question. We have 12 cards left in deck. So I could use that to bring that back. That's very amusing. Use that to bring that back as well. Okay. I'm going to go Reincarnation. We're going to discard you. I'm going to bring back Polglace. We're going to summon out Imaginary Reactor. Activate its effect. I needed both of the cards I just milled into my hand, really. But... okay. That's fine. Okay, so now we go normal summon. Tribute 1, Tribute 2 to summon this. Activate Grand Extreme. Summon this in defense. Yeah, sure. I'll mess with your graveyard. Yeah, see how you like that. Yeah, that's right. We'll go Secret Order. Bring this back. We boop. We boop. And we boop. Guys, we beat Ancient Forces. This deck's so good. We beat Ancient Forces, guys. Oh my god. It's crazy. I mean, the deck has pop-off potential. It's just this deck can win games. It's just not going to very often. Ooh, look at this. Spicy listed. No trap cards. We're playing 3 copies of Burst Fusion for some reason. I mean, the only other weird card in here is probably... I mean, realistically, Star Replacer isn't great. Rebuilderer is like... This is kind of like, if we were playing 40-card decks, that you'd maybe play Rebuilderer. But, like, realistically, Wyvern's just so much better in every way. We're also not playing Concurrent. That was embarrassingly close. We opened a handful of tribute monsters. We hard bricked and still won. That's awesome. What are you talking about? So this was the list. What the fuck? What is this? What am I looking at? 40 cards. 4 spell traps. Bro thinks he's playing Joint Tech. This is wild. What is Bright Dragon doing for this deck? I guess you could, like, when you hard draw the Legend Blue Eyes, you will turn on Blue Eyes Bright Dragon's effect to pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 monsters. Attribute monsters. If you think this is weird, I face someone with all level 7s and the 6 spell cards. It's just weird, man. It's just weird. I mean, I'm playing garbage myself, so I can't judge other people for playing garbage. But we can still acknowledge that it is garbage. Sukimura in disguise. Now, Sukimura comes up with interesting ideas. It's just, the only issue with Sukimura's decks that he comes up with is they are so unlikely to have everything happen the way they need to for the deck to function correctly. But, like, the idea behind the deck is usually solid, right? So, oh, this can combo with this, which can combo with this, and when that happens once every 100 games, it's going to be really awesome, right? I mean, it's kind of like this deck we're playing here, except I'd say this is, like, a little bit more consistent. Hello, Trombo. Welcome, welcome. We got 3 attack position monsters. I mean, we could pop off if we don't draw a normal monster. Ooh, I don't like him having that in the graveyard this early. Tribute to summon Turbadish. Turbadish effect is not live. Grand Extreme is also very interesting. Alright. We go double extraction. Then we have to go Essel next, because it has to be on the turn we haven't special summoned. This is a little bit annoying. Because in order to use Calling, I have to send a monster from my hand, is the annoying part. What's the best way to do this? There's like no good way. Do we just end with... I think we only go for 1 Polglaze, and we probably just leave this Essel face up. I think that's the best we're going to get. I could bring back one of his cards, but I don't think any of them do anything. Alright, we're going to go cooling, discard. Well, that is also like the worst draw we could get here. We'll go Grand Extreme. Back in the deck. Activate the effect. Boost this. If we had one more body in hand, we could have done so much here. But we don't, so it doesn't matter. 'Tis irrelevant. Alright. Wait, no, 7 chance. I'm thinking of wrong card. Though that would have made sense. Because he had the action on board 2 Dej. 7 shift was what I was thinking of. I see, 7 shift. Ugh, that's an ugly pot of greed. Ugh, I don't like Sepia at all. We might just be dead, though, because we're against an actual good deck. If we had... If we knew we were going to get this Shock Dragon, which, you know, is hindsight, but what we could have done is brought back anybody. We wouldn't have used the Grand Extreme this early. Tributed the 2 to summon out the Shock Dragon. Shock Dragon effect reduces them all down to 0, and we would have had lethal. But again, that's hindsight, right? With the power of hindsight and knowing we were going to draw a Shock Dragon, we had lethal. Wait, could I have had lethal anyway? No. Almost. I could have summoned out the Shock Dragon, boosted the Shock Dragon up to 26, and that would have been 5,100 damage. So we had 5,100 damage after we found out we had the Shock Dragon. Into full orchestra. Okay, I mean, full orchestra's fine. It's gaining no attacks. It's just a guy. Oh, this is going to be action. Or is it? No, yeah, he's got 1 Turbodish because we couldn't shuffle the other one back in. Okay, so it goes into action. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right now, he can grab back the Straight Pierce, but it's not currently live. So I think we're actually going to live. Now, the big annoying thing is these have different stats. If they both had the same stat, we could use Shock Dragon to weaken both of them. But because they're slightly different, it doesn't work that way. Music Princess, hopefully the new ban list really tunes that deck down a bit. It's not. We've already been playing tournaments with the new ban list, and it's still the best deck in the game. Okay, we activate this. Are we going to put it on the top or the bottom? We're putting Pot of Greed on the top, so we don't want the draw. We just want to make our next turn even better. So he's confident he's going to live the next turn then. Okay. Good draws. Could have been worse. We'll start out with Esso effect. That doesn't really help much. What is the order of events that we have to do here? I think we go Legend Magician first and see what he does. There is a delay. So that's Trap Hole or Compose. And because he's got straight... Oh, he's got Pot of Greed, so it has to be Trap Hole. Okay. That is annoying. Because now... Oh, which order do we do this in? I think we should always do this first. So go Curse. Flip this up. Okay. That is a little bit annoying. So now we have to do... Oh, we could do this after going through 2 more cards. But I have to go for both of these, is the issue. Alright. I think we go for this now. Does this make any difference at all? No, it does. It's only going to reduce that. How much will it reduce it by? At the moment, 21. Alright. Tribute over this. Activate the effect. Then we activate Reactor. And we get it in the grave. We tried to manipulate that to get as many mills as possible, but not getting our deck under 10, so we could get the double draw. That is huge. Actually huge. Alright. So we go Imaginary Reactor. Tribute 1, Tribute 2. This is the downside, is we're still not really doing much with this. Because we don't have our beautiful, beautiful boy. We can only reduce the attack of this one. I mean, I can tribute over this to just get more attacks. No. It's still more damage, technically. Alright. Oh, no, that was worse. I shouldn't have used the effect. That's where we went wrong. That can still swing and kill. But what we should have done is not use the second one's effect, because I only had 2 attacks. I could get over 2 of his monsters. So that was a misplay. But we'll take it. We'll take it. We always take those. We always take those. Yeah, we beat the tier 1 deck, guys. We beat the tier 1 deck. I'm sure this is representative of how this matchup will always go in the future. MP would have hit a lot harder if they hit circulation. I think the reason they haven't hit circulation is really obvious. And it's that they don't want to hurt Neos. I think it's just like, it's a knock-on effect that it's not being hit in every other deck that's really, really good. Because if you think about it, the 2 best decks, in my opinion, right now, are Hero and Music Princess. And both of those decks use circulation. This is actually our first spellcaster of the day. We're actually on a rank up. There's no way we win this. There's no way we win this. Let's see what happens. That's not the best hand, but it could be worse, I suppose. Do we use Order here? We might actually use Order here. I don't like this, but I don't want to take a million billion damage for absolutely free. So we're going to use this just to put some more stats on the board. Star Restart to 2, then you can put Cirque to 3. I think you do the opposite. I think you put Cirque to 2 is what I would like to see. Because that way it hurts the hero decks a little bit. Just an itty bitty bit. But then you can start using the limit 2 list more, because the limit 2 list is basically empty. There's like nothing on it at the moment. So then you could put like action to 2, and then that's a direct hit to the deck, and then you can also then start putting other important shit to 3 to then hit the deck even more if you need to, right? I think for me, the limit 2 list was really well utilized before the 2024 World Championship. And it was done really, really well to specifically put negate attack to 2, and then every like tier 1 deck had another card hit to 2, which then basically said, okay, you can play negate attack in this deck, but you've got to give up one of your key combo pieces. And obviously just taking one card out of a deck is not going to be usually the thing that kills it, as in like one copy of a card. Because the thing is, you don't want to, like, murder Music Princess. You just want it to not be the top dog, right? You want to bring it down to, like, a tier 2. Like, I think Music Princess being made a tier 2 deck would be fine. Okay. Paladin's coming down. Why are we making Paladin? Are we just going to get greedy? We are going for a draw. Hey, he's playing the same legend. Why would we summon this before we drew the card as well? I think he's going to get greedy and try and go in for 2,000. He's not. He's not getting greedy. I respect it. I respect it. There's not a lot going on right now with this hand, if we're being completely honest. We only have one way to bring back Gaia, which sucks a lot. Because I don't really want to leave Imaginary Reactor on the field and attack. Reactor is only worth using here if we hit the one very specific card, so I don't think that's worth it. So I think instead we just secret order back the Gaia. Then we just set this. Set this. I don't think there's any other play we could realistically make with this hand. I guess we're just going to hit this. Getting rid of the fusion monster is probably still the best thing we can do. He can still just, like, combo off, right? He can use the skill, grab the Seven's Road Magician. He can use Seven's Road Sorcerer, bring back Seven's Road Magician, and bring back Witch. He hits the fresh set as well, because why wouldn't you? Which is kind of sad. Like, maybe we should have used Curse. It doesn't matter about flipping something down. It was just to, like, make room to set a new face down, so we make it 50-50 on him hitting us. This played around Curse, right? But 99% they're not going to be on Curse anyway. Tomato, wouldn't you rather wait for Linker? Well, like, what else would I be doing right now, Toby? It was either this or play, like, some speed, right? And I think this is fun. Like, playing these weird decks is a good time. We don't have to, like, you know, play a deck that's tier 1 to have fun. We can just play with a bad deck and enjoy it. But hello, Toby. Welcome, welcome. We could watch more VRAINS. I do want to watch more VRAINS. If I do more VRAINS Watchalong, and not on Wednesday, it would probably be Sunday. So if I have another free evening, it will be Sunday. Because I'm going out of town tomorrow, and I won't be back until the following day. How much damage is this? 1,000. Okay, 43. So we're alive. We're fine. Everything is A-okay. Ow. I really need low-level bodies, and the game really does not want to bestow them upon me. Right, we'll summon out Reactor. I mean, all we can do is activate and pray. We didn't get what we wanted. We're now probably dead. Summoned forth! Dual Coatlas! Activate the effect. Change this to defense. Go get him! Imagine he's got, like, widespread ruin down. I think this might be the worst. Bearing in mind, we've had games where we've literally opened unplayable, and I think this has still been the worst game that we've had today. I think this is actually still just the worst one. What's Linker even going to be used in? So there's a new skill that got leaked. Let me grab it up quick. Because I can just go and grab it. This thing. What? So we're getting this. Which it turns out is not Soul Jersey. But can be activated by revealing one level 8 monster in your hand. One monster on either field loses 900 attack until the end of the turn. Then you can play up to 2 level 8 normal monsters, so Linker, from your hand face up to your field. So that's like... That's sort of like a +4, right? Because you're getting 2 bosses out for 2 less tributes each. So that's a +4. Then you can shuffle 1 monster from your field into your deck. So that's now a -1. So we're back to a +3. And then play a level 8 monster from your hand. So that's another +2, if you squint at it. So the value you get off it is pretty good. It's not bad. It's not bad. We should also do an exclamation mark quantum in the chat. Obviously got a shout out to the boys. How many VRAINS episodes next week? I mean, it's going to be 6 every week unless we do bonus. If we do a bonus one on... Should I save that replay? I mean, he didn't play it very well. No, I won't. If we do a bonus stream, it'll be on the Sunday. And if we do, it'll be another 6 episodes. We're planning to do 6 episode chunks, because that's about 2 hours. We're against the gold 5e. The skill is like Pendulum Summon and Rush. I can see that. Alright, we need to open a good hand this time. I'd rather be going... second with this. But this is okay, to be honest. Right, we'll summon, activate. I don't really need any of those in the bin, so I'm just going to say no. I will add this back to my hand, though. So the question becomes, am I going to tribute this off? I don't hate that idea. We'll go Essel, activate Essel's effect. Tribute to set. I am going to activate Secret Order because I think we're going to lose our entire back row anyway. So I'm going to do this and then just not set this. Okay. All things considered, this is not a terrible end board for turn 1. The issue is we've used a lot of resources already, right? We've already used 2 Secret Orders. That's not ideal. My 2 favorite things mixed in. So you're a Pendulum and a Rush fan, I guess is the takeaway there? Okay. So we've got the Strange Witch then. That's not a Strange Witch. That's a Gigatech Wolf. Okay, so we had Double Witch. We discard the Legend. Summon out the Seven's Red Magician. So we know he's got Fusion in hand. Okay, so we're just making the default end board. Okay, this is fine. And we're not taking a chunk of damage. You're going to flip... I think you flip this. As weird as it is. Like, he should know what my set is because he's seen this in the bin. Okay, we take 8. Attack this. Oh, we are going to attack that one. Okay, that's fine. That means it's just ready for this. That's pretty good. We don't have a double attack in the bin yet, which is fine. The only issue is we have to discard a monster to use this. That's the thing that kind of sucks. No matter how I do this, this is really tricky. Because I need to draw a monster, or I need to mill a monster. I either need to mill or draw a monster. And if I mill a monster, it has to be one of the 2 Coatlas. Because I can just summon Tribute, then I can't use this. Then I can't clear both the monsters. Or I use this. Or I just get rid of this. We could just get rid of the Luster Dragon. That's the alternative, which is fine. Right, we'll go Monster Calling. We'll discard. We'll get this out. We will summon. Then we'll go ahead and tribute this out. Activate the effect. We'll set, go to battle. You swing over you, and you swing over you. The issue is Strange Witch is going to murder us. Any back row hate is going to murder us. We're probably not doing well here. Yep. Let me guess. Ghost Cyclone into Strange Witch. That's going to be my prediction. And then we might die this turn. Oh, we called it. You cut on SRM. That was a jump scare. Very Strange Witch. Judge ban card. Sir, this is an illegal list. He's playing 2 of them. Oh, it's crazy. Where's his limit 1 as well? You know he's going to have a Pot of Greed or something. You know he's going to have it. I mean, are we just dead? Like, straight up? I think we're just dead, right? So he's going to go Paladin. And then another normal summon. And then we're just dead, right? Like, straight up. We can change that to defense. Attack over it for 7. Paladin's going to go up to 53. And then a normal should just kill us. And there's no reason for him not to have a normal because he sent a Swordsman of Roadstar to the graveyard. And a Limb 1! Disgusting. Okay, he's at a 49, but any normal still just kills us. He had lethal! He had another 12! He chose to not have the extra 1200 damage! Bruh. I would love to punish you, but I don't think I can. Summon, discard. If we had Thingy in the graveyard, Dual Coatlas, we could actually kill him. But without it, I think we don't do much of anything here. If they have the same attack stat, I could also do a ton of damage here. I can't even kill both of his monsters without doing a really awkward play. Ah, just give me... Why is Dual Coatlas not on my graveyard? Why do I have no way to get it into my graveyard with this hand? Yeah, there's just nothing we can do here. I think the only line we have means we're dead on the next turn. Alright. We have to go Secret Order. We have to bring this back. We have to go Grand Extreme. We have to bring this out. Yeah, I'll mess with your graveyard, sure. I don't know, put that. I don't want to give you back these. You can have these back. Alright, I think this is the best I could do. I can't put this on the board. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter because I'm always dead to Thingy anyway. The only thing this does is maybe scares him off. But he still has a Strange Witch left. He still has 2 skill targets. Okay, it's Strange Witch off the top. Yeah, that's just game. If you try to stack their deck to prevent skill, you might live. I mean, we did that and it still didn't matter, right? We did everything we could. I don't think there's anything else we could have done better. If we had duel, how much damage could we have done? It would have been 31. 31 attacks over both. And then we get in for 48. Yeah, so we had lethal if we had a dual Coatlas in the graveyard. I mean, he had everything. He had absolutely everything. Alright, I do want to save this replay, because this was a good showing of what this deck can do. And again, if we had just one card, it didn't even have to be in our hand. We were one card in the graveyard short of winning this game. Which would have been so good. It would have been so good. Bro, stop spinning your plates. I just want to save the replay without me surrendering. There we go. Just imagine the timeline where we milled a Coatlas there. Oh, that would have been so good. That would have been so good. Alas, this is not that timeline. Alright, we go again. At the very least, we've had several games now we've been able to activate our skill. So now that we said that, we've jinxed it, and we're going to open with a normal monster in hand. Here we go. It's our first game against Aqua today, actually. No normal monster in hand. And we're going second. This is the first time today I think we've gone second with a Curse of the Rising Light in our hand. This is the first time. Watch us draw a normal monster. Oh, things are happening. Things are happening. Right, what is the line now? Our opponent has too many cards in his hand, which is very annoying. I guess we're going to do this. We send... We'll just grab it back. Maybe I should have got rid of this instead. We'll summon, no delay, activate the effect. We'll put this back. Yeah, I should have done it the other way. That would have been a lot better. Having this in hand is doing nothing for me right now. Alright, I think we just do this. And that's all we got. Why did he have to have 3 cards in his hand, bro? Bruh. And if he opened 3 bosses, he now gets to just grab everything he needs to play everything that he's ever going to want. I actually think we hit Nuvia if he summons it. Stopping him from getting the field spell could be huge. He's probably got 3 bosses anyway. Right, he's getting greedy. That's what we like to see. Tribute again, and then summon Nuvia. Alright. I am going to do this here. I think if we can keep him off the field spell, we're actually in a really good spot. Okay, that's fine. Could have added back the 19. Yeah, that's what we said at the start. Okay, now he has to crash. Oh, come on. We don't even brick the same, bro. Okay. Well, we're basically now starting this duel on 400 life points. So, I mean, things have looked better. Man, having no way to get to Polgleis now feels so bad. We change one to defense, attack over another one. I think that's the best we're going to get. So we'll summon, activate the effect. Tribute over. Activate your effect. We'll use Secret Order. Bring this out. Activate Curse. Change this down. Set 1, set 2. Go to battle. Swing over this. Swing over this. And swing over this. Now, the downside is he did just put another boss back in his deck. So assuming he's on 8 boss build, he's back to having 6 targets in deck. Now his deck is fat. He's playing a big fat deck. 33 cards? Nah, he did draw a skill target. If he didn't draw a skill target, I think we had a chance. But with a skill target, it's just game. There's nothing we could do with that. I always dunk on Nuvia. Yo, what's up? Hello, Julius Caesar. Welcome, welcome on in. Oh, we have had a couple of rough games, to be honest. I think we're now 3 losses in a row. I mean, again, this deck is ass, so it's not too surprising. But, like, we have had some really good games as well. I mean, even that Spellcaster game we just lost, like, wasn't awful. Like, we were so close to winning it. So close. Alright, let's see what our next opponent is going to be on. Jajil from Mexico, playing Udius. Is this actually a Udius skill, though? It is. This is the 3rd Light Galaxy we've played against today. Did we beat all the Light Galaxy we played against? I'm trying to think now. Okay, well, we can do this. That always gets to happen. Now the question becomes, are we doing anything with the rest of this? I don't really want to just take a chunk of damage for no reason. We could summon, use the effect. Yeah, I don't hate this. But we'll summon, use you. That hasn't changed a ton. I could grab that back. But, like, to what end? There isn't really a reason. Right. We're going to tribute over this. We're going to activate Order and just bring back Gaia, just to have something on the board, because I don't want to just have nothing. We're going to set this and pass. I don't hate this. If the back row gets popped, that's fine. We don't really need the reincarnation. We could have ended on a stronger board. But I like having the Polglace in hand for next turn. But it's really going to depend, right? Because if we find our one-of... I mean, he found his one-of. So logically... Last game you maybe had lethal? I don't think we had lethal. I think that's a lot of cope. I think we could have played a lot better. And we could have done a bit more damage. I don't think we would have had lethal. Alright, Order comes down. Brings back Titan. First turn you do 2500, second turn you draw with Gaia spell into level 8, it was game. Yeah, but... Again, that's... Would we have made plays assuming we were going to draw into the level 8, right? So, like, it's a lot of hindsight. Because it's like, earlier we had a game where we were like, well, if we knew we were going to draw into Shock Dragon, we would have played slightly differently and we had lethal, but we didn't, right? Better than just surrendering? Yeah, but we... What you're saying doesn't make any sense, Quantum, because we'd already made the misplay at that point. So why would we keep playing when the misplay's already been made? Why not try to do the winning play? Because we'd already made the misplay! I thought I wouldn't have to explain this to you. If the misplay's already been done on turn 1, then what's wrong with surrendering on turn 3? I don't understand. We still don't have access to that. We could summon that out. I mean, we already have that on the board. Turn 3 could have still tried. We did everything we could have. On turn 3, we did everything. I don't know what you want from me. I can't magic... Like, I can't reverse time. And get an extra body. I don't think that actually means anything, though. We don't have access to anything in the graveyard at the moment. We could get something into the graveyard. But it literally comes down to, like, are we going to use this? Alright, we'll summon, see if there's a delay. There is a delay. We use Magician, 1, 2, 3. Ugh. Doesn't really help me. Adding it back to hand now also doesn't do a lot. And so we'll add it just in case we want it for later. We need to keep this down, is the issue. We activate this now, we can get that into graveyard and then see. I guess we'll do this first. We have to kind of do it first, don't we? Send Esther with Gaia spell. Tribute Gaia for your snake to make your order live again. Better board because you draw one for same board. I mean, that's all well and good, but your complaint was that I surrendered. And it's like, we didn't have a winning play. We were on 400 life points and it was his turn. Like, I don't... The complaint makes no sense. That's what I'm saying. Alright, we'll grab back... I mean, do we even have... we could draw into one. Having an extra... I mean, if he's going to flip it down anyway, I guess Gaia makes more sense here. Activate the effect. We'll put this back in. Well, that top deck could have saved you. Yeah, but again, we didn't know... Again, right? First off, like, that game's already gone, right? So it doesn't matter. It's already irrelevant. Second, we surrendered during our opponent's turn. We were on 400 life points. Like, I don't really see what you expect me to do in that situation, then. Right, tribute 2 to summon this. He's not going to flip that down. Okay. Summon this. Flip this. Activate the effect. Activate this. For this. And then we attack this always. This has to clear over this. And then this goes over this. And then we'll pass. What if the Gaia spell made you draw NA? But we don't play NA, so we couldn't have drawn NA. Again, I'd have to watch the replay to even, like, work out what we're talking about. But, like, the complaint was that we surrendered when we were on 400 life points and couldn't do anything. I don't... I don't know. It just seems like such a weird hill to die on. Alright, Fuse Eve comes down. We're going to add back the fusion. My complaint is you could have played it better and you might have not have needed to scoop. Yeah, but I can't tell if you're, like, actually baiting right now. But, like, I said at the very start of the game, I made a misplay, right? I didn't, like, hide away from it. I didn't shy away. I didn't say, oh, I didn't make a misplay. I said, yeah, I made the mistake. And then from that point on, I tried to play it out as best I could, and then found myself in an unwinnable position. I don't understand why you feel the need to keep, like, berating me over this. It just seems really weird. And then, like, you call me out for scooping as well, when I was already in, like, an unwinnable position. I don't get it. Like, I mean, yeah, I didn't play very well. I said I didn't play very well. I don't see why you have to keep beating me over the head with it. I'm like, come on, man. I mean, if it's bait, it is excellent bait. Excellent, excellent bait. I'll tell you that much. Okay, I mean, we've lived this turn. Hey, Bankai, welcome, welcome. I mean... Gaia in the hand is now just kind of annoying. We can get rid of the Gaia. It comes down to, like, because we know he's got Shady, so we have to, like, force it. So we go Phoenix. We activate Phoenix. I mean, I guess we're just always getting rid of this Gaia. I guess we're taking Duel here. I really need him to use... He's not going to, is the issue. So I guess I go for this. Right, this gets the Shady. You might have a second Shady, though. Okay, we go Legendary Magician and another delay. Oh, I think this is game. Okay, we at least get to go a little bit further. We grab out the Luster Dragon. We go for what? Another Pool Glace? He flips it down. Or we go for Duel. He might flip it down. I don't think he even flips down Duel. There's no reason to. And if I stick a Pool Glace and he doesn't flip it down, we just attack over one of his guys. Duel just doesn't accomplish anything. I think we have to try for the Duel. Oh, not for the Duel, for the Pool Glace. I think this is just going to get the trap off of him. But, like, there's no other play. So now I could go Duel, but it's just going to be a 2100 double attacker, which doesn't really do anything. So we just end with 2 2500 defense and hope he can't clear both. But I think that's very, very cope. Okay. Adds back Fusion. Adds Lilac to hand. So we sent the fusion he just added back to hand. Okay. You put fusion to the bottom of the deck. So we must have another fusion already, right? What are we doing? We're going to go into Plasma. Then, I mean, any number of cards should do this, right? Secret Order should do this. Should break, well, just break the board, right? Another Plora does it. Like, there's so many ways you should have to be able to break through. Lineout comes down. Tribute to Plora. Okay, so this has broken the board on its own. I'm trying to think what we can even do to mount a comeback against this. He's only on 15. That is the saving grace. How many Phoenix Dragons do we have back in the deck? We've got 2. No, we've got 1 because we're playing with the pre-ban list. Getting to Shock Dragon is probably going to be my best bet. We have 2 Secret Orders left in the deck. Okay, we're going to make another one. And then what we're going to do with the last spot. We still got 5 cards in hand. Just summon out a Leica? Okay. I mean, we're only taking 1600 damage then. 2 back row. He's already used all 3 Shady and Legend Trap. So, what, Slime is the only thing we have to worry about? Well, that is a very, very painful top deck. Jesus. There were so many cards that did it, and we drew, like, every card that doesn't. We do, what, 31? We have exactly 15. So, I think all we can do is Secret Order, and then pray. That is it. Oh, it's not even that. It's 3,000. I'm dumb. I thought it was 31. I don't know why I thought it was... Oh, because it's Red Eyes. Red Eyes numbers is what was being... We can put them down to 100 and then lose. Yeah, there's literally nothing we can do. There's no... I just don't think there's a... We were so close. Getting an extra mill doesn't help. We can't activate this no matter what. So yeah, I think we're just dead. I think we're just dead. I also thought it was 31. Yeah, I think it is literally just because of... Oh, mind you, we're on 37. Maybe the play would have been tribute over. No, because that still doesn't work. We could have attacked over one of the other guys instead. Does that change anything? It's 1,400 less damage. This on its own is 37. So if he has any normal summon, it didn't matter. Or a Secret Order or anything. I mean, we'll wait and see what he does, right? Because if he's added Secret Order to hand. The issue is we'll never know if he had another normal in hand. But it could have made a difference if we cleared that. So it would have been 17 plus... Oh, but I guess you could have always just made the Secret Order, right? So even if I cleared that, you just Secret Order there instead. Well, I think we were just always dead no matter what. I mean, we tried. We tried. I think it was still unlike... The thing is, he didn't have any traps left. That was the big turning point there. So if we had opened... I mean, I guess we still would have needed, like... a Phoenix Dragon? Would Phoenix Dragon would have even done it? No, we would have needed Phoenix Dragon and Secret Order. I don't know if we use... I can't remember if we used Monster Reincarnation in that duel. So I don't know if we put it to the bottom of the deck or not. But Reincarnation also would have done it. Because what we needed to do was get out Gaia and Shock Dragon at the same time. If we could have done that, then we could have won. But again, that's a bit of a tall order. We are just not going second with these cards. Every time we go second, we are just not resolving Essel or Curse. I don't think we've drawn off of Curse. We've drawn off of Curse once today. I think we drew like in the last like 2.5 hours. We've drawn off it once, and we've gotten an Essel summon one time, and we chose not to do it. Oh, it's wild. Essel and Curse have just done absolutely nothing for us. Alright, Formatarian script. Send Actor to grave. Okay, so we're spell flooded, I guess. Okay, what do we want to do? Alright, let's flip up Essel. Let's start pumping the graveyard. Neither of those two do much for me. Let's use you and pump the graveyard. Those don't do much for me either. Let's now... I mean, I guess we're going for Polglace, because he's not going to use a trap on the level 5, I don't think, either way. Okay, so he has a trap. He's going to use Imaginary Arc Surge. Ooh, okay, okay. So he's going to go ahead and make that, which I can deal with this. This isn't a problem. He pops this. Are you going to pop a back row? You can pop a back row if you want. Okay, so now I want to get my draws off of this. Interesting. Is there anything in the graveyard I want back? This isn't bad, this isn't bad. The issue is, without the spell, that can be a bit awkward. Alright, let's go Reincarnation. I'm going to get rid of Shady here, I think. So do we want just a shit ton of bodies, or do we want something to do with the bodies? Let's grab Polglace. This might be a bit greedy, but we'll see if this works out. We'll go Reactor, no delay, activate, put this back in. Oh, that is the biggest punish in the world. Okay. Alright, Monster Cooling. We'll bring out the Mighty Gaia. Then, I guess we are going to... I guess we just tribute both. We go 1, 2, summon this. We'll summon Reactor. Tribute to summon. We'll go Order, bring back Gaia. So we know this thing has a lot of defense. This is what, 20... I forget the defense values. Is it 24? 25. So we have to clear with this. Then we're going to get in for 42. The alternative is we turn that sideways, and then that's just less damage. So we just go for this. I guess we could turn this sideways, give this piercing, then tribute both, summon this. That would be 25 plus 15. So that's still just not better, right? Show the list? Yeah, we can show you the list in a sec. End turn. This is the list. Again, the list isn't... it's not very good, right? The deck isn't very good, but it does some fun stuff. We have had quite a few wins. I think because we've been on a bit of a losing streak, like the last 4 or 5 games, we are now in the negative, or we've just broken even. We were doing a bit better towards the start of the stream, but it's been a bit rough since then. But yeah, the idea is we use the skill, we dump Gaia and Luster Dragon into the bin. That turns on Legendary Magician. That's fine. That also turns on the Secret Orders and the Monster Calling. Monster Calling also gets some of the high levels out of the deck. Are we winning, guys? And baby Hikari? I don't think Hikari's here today. So Red Eyes is better than this? Yes. I mean, this isn't really a deck, right? Like, no one else is playing this. This is just me. This is just for fun. Do we care about this? Do we just let him have this? I think we just let him have this. Because this clears one guy, but we're alive. We're fine. If we flip this down and then he does like another fusion play, I'd feel like the biggest idiot in the world. So I think we just let this go. Alright, star restart. If he goes for a full Natarian now, we are going to be in such a good spot. Yeah, I would... Alright, so my feeling is Red Eyes is like high rogue / low tier 3. That's like my initial impression. Again, we haven't tried the other build yet. But that's the initial impression I've got. This like pile deck we're playing is like, it's really bad. Like it wins, but it wins because like your opponent played bad or your opponent bricked or... Right, we have to flip this down. Or like I think we can probably just leave it like that. Or you sack and your opponent just didn't open trap cards, right? That's how we win with this. Hello, Hunter. Welcome, welcome. Do I cog with V-Friend or Earth Dragons? Both good choices. I think I personally prefer V-Friend. But, you know, you should play whatever you think's more fun, really. I activate the effect of Polglaze Spears. I mean, it has to be you. I don't want to deck out, so I'm just going to go battle. Boop. Boop. Hey. I mean, we'll take another win. We'll take another win. We've always got to take the wins when they come. Alright. We're probably going to play like one more, I think. I really want to get a good loss. I want a good loss. Where like, I don't make any misplays. But my opponent is just playing a good deck and just beats me up. The issue is, I misplay a lot. So we don't get good replays of us losing a lot. I need a game where we don't just hard brick. And where we get bullied. That's what we need here. What does Polglace Spears even mean? Polglace is kind of... It's almost like place. Right? Like the fish. That's kind of like where I've gone with that. And Spears is just... It's a spear that pierces, right? It's a Spears. It's not very good explanation. And it's not a very good name. But I kind of get it. I don't know. Pure Glass Spears also was not a great name. But kind of made sense. Because it's... Like, it's made of pure glass. And it's got a spear, right? So, like, it still kind of made sense. Go, my skill! Okay, let's go Legend Magician first. Activate your effect. 1, 2, 3. I don't want any of those in the graveyard. Special summoning any of them also doesn't get me much. So I'm going to say no. I do want this in my hand, however. We'll go Rising Light Angel Essel. Come on, Pure Glass. Just one time we couldn't just get Pure Glass. What we should have done is tributed over and got an extra mill. That would have been better. But it's fine. Is there even a reason to add that back? Getting an extra mill doesn't do anything. We're going to mill 2. Right now we're going to tribute, and then potentially do that. So I don't think we do it. So we'll tribute for this. Tribute for this. Then I think we're going to go order. Because I want to just get in for 3,000 damage, because I'm very greedy. This doesn't matter. There's no reason to not do this. Okay, we didn't get any bosses into the graveyard anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. But, like, if we had a Pure Glass here, I think we just win. Like, if Essel milled a Pure Glass... Again, what we should have done is, before we used Essel effect, we should have tributed out a duel, used its effect to mill one extra card. Now, with the power of hindsight, we know that wouldn't have mattered. But, that would have been the better way. Because again, if we managed to get Poolglace into the grave, I think we do straight up win. We straight up win. Because we can special summon it in defense as well, change it to attack. It gives one of our guys piercing. We still clear all 3. We get the piercing damage and the extra 1,000 on 2 different attacks. And then we still get the 3,000 direct. Okay. Why is bro, like, not playing the game? What's going on? Do we just not have... we could have used these as skill targets, but I guess there wasn't really anything else to do. We don't have anything to do with that. Right, we'll activate Duel. Then... Duel doesn't do anything on its own. We can attack the defense position. If we activate Secret Order, we can just bring back Gaia and clear 1, and then we just can't clear the other one. So the only other play we have is to gamble on Imaginary Reactor hitting Monster Reincarnation. Which is like, that's such a gamble. Like, that's such a ridiculous gamble. But I kind of want to take it because it's funny. So we're going to go for the bad gamble play. Alright. Come on, Reactor! No! Who could have seen this coming? If only. Essel first, all in on gamble. Yeah, I really wanted it to. I really, really wanted it. Alas. I mean, we'll see if we're dead. We're almost certainly dead, right? There's no way we survive. Tomorrow's the day for the banners to happen? Yes, it sure is. I'm very excited. I think the only real difference is going to be you're going to start seeing either less Seven's Road or Seven's Road's going to stop Ghost Cycloning you. I think that's the only real difference we're going to see. Would have made an epic replay. Yeah, it would have been really cool. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, we do not. Right, we'll play one more, because that wasn't a good loss, because we gambled. That was kind of a all-in. Kind of, either we're winning or we're losing, right? Alright, let's go again. Let's go again. One more. Will you try Sidra? I do not think Sidra is going to be good. Even with the skill change. Because all the skill change does is say you can now activate the skill when you have Proto. That's all it does. Which, like, that's good. That is a net buff. But I don't think it's enough. It doesn't change. What are you doing here, Gaia? God. Double tribute set. So that's probably going to be the boy. Okay. Sure. We'll curse to get a double draw. The first time we are drawing off curse today. Haha! Oh my god, there's actually a lot we could do with this. What the fuck? Alright, summon Ledger Magician. No delay. Pretty much expected. Activate. Oh, that is so annoying. It's like, I want to send Pogglace. The gamble play would be Luster Dragon, but we're definitely sending Pogglace, right? Like, we summon this. Oh, so he's got... Riding. He must have Riding, right? Based on that delay. We have to tribute these two here. I guess we give it to you. Okay, I mean, not like the craziest turn ever, but it's okay. It's okay. Imagine we'll see the Galaxy decks a bit more. I don't know. I don't think, like, having access to Klein again changes a ton. Like, I don't think it's bad. I think it's gonna be a net positive for Galaxy. But I've actually seen a lot of Galaxy today, like more than I usually see. Like, this is like our 5th game against Galaxy. Poglacing's pretty nice. Poglace is nice. The issue... We do this here. It's just going to bring back the... Yeah, we'll do this. Screw it. The issue is... Yeah, I'll flip this down as well. Why not? Means it can't crash. Ah, that was actually really bad, because now I can't use the effect on the next turn. It would technically be greedy to leave it in attack, but probably still better overall. Dark Gale got a lot back. It did, but we've already seen tournament play not have Dark Galaxy do a lot, right? Because we're already playing with the new ban list in tournaments. On ladder, yeah, more people might just like be on it just for funsies. Okay, we were always losing Pure Gloss anyway then. Okay, did he do that because this is face down now? That's weird. Okay, I mean, this is fine, right? We have that to bring it back if we need. We're probably using this though. Alright, let's start with Legend Magician. Let's use your effect. Alright, I do want you in the bin, Mr. Duel. Then we'll go Cooling. We discard. We'll bring you out. That's an interesting draw. It doesn't, like, change a ton. I'd almost rather just keep it in hand. What's the defense of his fusion monster? 16. So if I want to try... Alright, let's go for this then. Right, we'll probably just get... But he hasn't got any cards in hand. It can't... Oh, we know he has the Riding. So that means he's got, what, Trap Hole? Oh, Compulse. Okay. Compulse is fine. Like, it's a little bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. We'll go Order to bring back Gaia. We'll flip this up. Set 1, set 2, go to battle. We'll just attack over this. I'm going to attack over this. Okay. Let's see what he's got. I want to play Chaos Galaxy. I hope Chaos Galaxy is okay. The issue is, I feel like a lot of the current best decks, they're just so quick. They can just set everything up so fast. Yep, there goes our trap. That might just be curtains, unfortunately. But I don't know, because Dark Galaxy still just has to kind of find everything. You have to just kind of like mill yourself a bunch just to try and get the whole combo online. You still don't have a lot if you don't find Prophet. So you have to find Unsearchable Prophet. And to do a lot of their plays, you also need to have the Dark Hole device in the graveyard, which again is unsearchable. So you have to just kind of mill a bunch and hope that you find it. Which, if it works, is great. But I just don't know how often it's going to be that great in the current format. Do any Rush characters play Sea Serpents? So there's a character in Go Rush called Phaser. And he's the antagonist of an arc. And he plays Sea Serpents. He plays Sea Serpent Maximums. So when we get the Maximum stuff, that will probably be with him. Chaos Galaxy is so sick. Konami, can we please have Transcend Velgear? I mean, we'll get it eventually, right? Okay. Fuse Eve. We'll put that on top and add it to hand. Does that mean we're going for Eternal here? Is the last card in hand a monster? It's Secret Order. I think you just keep this board, right? I haven't done the maths, so this could be lethal. We are going to activate Fusion, so we're just hoping this is lethal. Again, I haven't done the maths. I'm not going to do the maths. Let's see how big this gets. This has to be... What? 7,800? $7,400? You never said what the issue was? What, with Sidra or with thingy? I think he had a better board if he just didn't make this. We have so many high levels. This is really bad. When we can access that, that's fine. Summon, tribute, reduce the attack. The issue is, we know he's got riding. And we have no way to play around riding. Maybe this can play around riding? Let's summon. Spears? Oh, yeah, there's no easy way to summon it. That's the issue. You have to just, like, hard tribute it, or you have to use the spell card, which is limit 1. Right, we'll add this back to hand. Then we summon Essel. Tribute 1, Tribute 2, summon out Shock. So this is where we're riding. We're not going to riding. Is this just lethal? Minus 23 off this, swing. So it comes down to have you got it. So we're going to do this. Okay, we'll take it. The one of grandest stream, genuinely can't believe it's still limit 1. So, the only reason that I can see to have it limit 1, like, at all, was because of Pure Glass Spears, right? Because they don't want people playing, like, good stuff pile decks. But, like, do we think if this was at 3 copies, right? So, first off, we only have 1 copy of this card. So, it's already, like, soft limited. So, if this card was unlimited, we'd still only have 1 copy of it. I don't think that would break this. Now, if we had 3 copies of Grand Extreme, does that change things? Like, do we think 3 copies of Grand Extreme make this suddenly really, really good? I think it definitely becomes better. I don't know how much better. Because, like, the major issue we have at the moment in Duel Links is we have so many skills that give us so much value, right? We have, like, 3 of the best decks in the game all have skills that basically let you tribute summon out their monsters for 1 less tribute, which is such a powerful effect. And effectively, that's sort of what Grand Extreme is, right? This lets you summon your Pure Glaze Spears by only using the Grand Extreme, like, as its tribute, right? Same goes for Kingstrap. I think that's because if they don't want, like, stalling to be a big thing. I don't think it's, like, broken even at 3. Yeah, but, like, the issue you have with Pool Glaze, realistically, is that it's generic. That's the only thing good about this. Is any time you have any monster that is going to get a benefit from plus 1000 attack and pierce, this would always be a consideration. So the way you stop people from playing it becomes you set limitations in the skills. But if you're playing a good stuff pile that plays a generic skill, suddenly the idea of playing Grand Extreme plus Pure Glaze Spears becomes a lot more attractive. But still, like, the best thing you're going to do with it is, like, Dual Coratlus or, like, Dragius, right? Which in the current format where we've got Shiny Shady, I don't even think that matters. You got to remember as well, in the OCG, Pool Glaze Spears was good before Shiny Shady came out. Right? Shiny Shady, we've gotten this card so early that anytime we make a comparison to the OCG, you have to also look at it through the lens of, well, we didn't have Shady. Honestly, that seems fine. Yeah, I don't think it's, like, a huge deal one way or another, if I'm being completely honest. Alright, we have gone over, like, by quite a lot. So we are going to call it here, though. But we will be back on Sunday. I don't know what we're going to do on Sunday. If I'm being completely honest. We might do Duel Links. We might do some more Digimon, because that's been our Sunday game. I might have said Friday. Either way, we're back on Sunday. And that is... We'll decide closer to the day. I'm going to be busy for the next 2 days. I'm going out of town, so we won't be doing that. Again, if we do another bonus watch-along, it will be on Sunday evening as well. Well, evening for me. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye!